Oh, greetings. Hello, everybody. I need to update the title of the stream right now. Welcome. So I'm going to go update it real fast. In the meantime, enjoy my port, my working docks. Huber would like this. Take a look. I'll be right back. Okay, hopefully everything is good now. Hopefully everyone is good now. Now let's see, I didn't even check. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't think you can hear the game. I was going to do something where I actually put the game volume up here, but I don't know if it's going to work. Oh yeah, there it is. Let's see if this works, because it'll give me the opportunity to not wear headphones. You can't hear me? Testing. Testing. You can hear me. It was a prank. It was a prank. It was a prank. You pranked me right out of the gates. I've been pranked. So look at this. Let's take a look at the docks. I have a working docks, and it's quite vast, as you can see. Here comes a ship right now. So they're delivering something. That's odd. That looks almost like a passenger ship. Should only be cargo, so if a that's odd ship right there that's pulling out. I don't think he's gonna stop. Maybe he's just passing through. Yep, they're not stopping. They're just taking a look at my docks. It's a very impressive thing. It's become a little bit of a tourist. Now there might be a little bit of chug every once in a while. Also, I don't have a mouse. Maybe I should get a mouse pad. This like faux vinyl is an odd thing to try to control on. I may have to go try to find a mouse pad here in a second. In a second, I'm going to start to see when one of these ships pulls up. Okay, here we go. So I've got a cargo ship arriving. And I want to see what's going to be unloaded out of this sucker. I could just click on the ship right now. I could see where it comes from, all this stuff. I could see all this stuff. But what I want to do to illustrate this is a working docks, I want to see the stuff being unloaded by tractor trailers and what they're unloading here. The main issue with my docks, I've noticed, is I'm not exporting a lot of stuff. Here we go. Here comes a truck now. Okay, you can click on the cab and learn things about the driver and the company, or you can click on the trailer. Isn't that neat? So what do we have? 25 tons vehicles. They're delivering Teslas. What's this? Another semi-truck, 2.29 tons more vehicles. Okay, so a bunch of cars are being shipped in here. Maybe some Tesla trucks. Those are going to be arriving soon. Tesla coils with wheels. What's up, Personality B? Thank you for the 40 months. Heck of a run. Here comes another tractor trailer. Food. 25 tons of food coming in on this truck here. Okay, so that's important. So now that's groceries sort of stuff, which should be differentiated. Some of this stuff comes in and it's specifically 7-Eleven food, something like that. Are Teslas made in California? I'm not sure, actually. Are they? Didn't they move to Texas? I think they might have moved to Texas. Who knows? Food. 25 tons of food. So this is stuff coming in. Okay, now look. A truck is exporting, so something's going out. That's more food. Wait a second. What's he doing? Is he going out, or where's he going? Oh, he's empty. That guy's empty, so I don't know what he's doing. He's parking. Ooh, he's busting up stuff. So maybe some sort of... uh-oh. Some more food coming in. This guy looks like he might be a little bit had it with everything. Semi-truck. Let's try to figure out more about him before he disappears. Click on it. I gotta figure out what's going on with this guy. Semi-truck. Owner. So we can follow him. Where's he going? It's not telling, it's saying returning to Drydomins. So it's actually not telling us the driver, which is interesting. I thought it would. Could it be an automated truck? This truck right here doesn't appear to have a driver, but we see it's owned by Drydomins. Whatever the heck that is, we're gonna find out, I guess. Well, right now it has 4, so it picked up 4 tons of vegetables at the docks. It picked it up from a cargo trailer. You see how he pulled in there? It's really rough, so it makes sense. It's an AI driver. Did you see how it pulled into that spot? Somebody should clip that, because it was like banging its way in there, and I thought it was a disgruntled employee, but it makes a lot of sense because now it's a dry. So now you get an idea here. You start to see some of the scale of my city. It's growing, baby. We're in the industrial zone right here. Now, yes, the graphics are chugging a little bit here, I think. We're seeing a little bit of framiness for sure. I don't know how smooth it looks on your end. This stuff will be patched. But we're following this guy to Drydomins. Oh, so did he arrive? So this appears to be Drydomins. Yep, Drydomins. Let's find out more about Drydomins. It's a company, but what is it? Produces food. They use vegetables and livestock. I do have livestock as a specialized industry in my city already. I'll show you that. I have chickens. I have a great big chicken farm. I can't wait to show you that. Ground pollution. So it's funny because it's not, it says 30 employees. Okay, now I think there's a way. Some of the stuff I still don't know. It's odd how sometimes tabs pop up so then I could see each one of those employees listed, but for some reason with Drydomins, they've got some kind of privacy activated on this place. Ooh, look at this. I've got a little bit of backup on my roads here. I just started tackling a little bit more complex, trying to reroute some of my traffic in major ways. The traffic system in this game is marvelous. Everything in this game is marvelous. If you don't know, if you've heard otherwise, something's wrong. Something's wrong with these people's computers. The game is absolute joy. If you don't know much about it, so far from what I've been able to see, it takes the blueprint of SimCity 4, which is the absolute best, in my opinion, whatever, best city building simulator ever created, SimCity 4. It takes that blueprint, and then that's what it's jumping off from, okay? And so it's doing the right thing. And Skylines 1 did that too, to a certain extent. But this is more than that. It's better, okay, in a lot of ways. So I love what they're doing. Anyway, Drydomins is private, so we can't figure out about the employees. They have 30 people working there. A lot of times a tab will appear up here, which will you'll be able to click on each employee. So look at my city. I've already got skyscrapers. Is it not beautiful? Look at the skyscrapers everywhere. Now there's a little bit of pollution over there, which I guess I'll have to address with you at some point so you can see what I'm dealing with. I have pretty good quality America Online here. Look at this, okay? Multiple towers, America Online. We provide in the city a pretty good signal, so people are happy about that. Oh, JJ Gomez, what up? Thanks for the kind compliments. JJ Gomez, 22 months. Heck of a run. Stomps, just stopping by. How's the sewage system? It's a wonderful question you ask, Stomps. Oh, I hope Stomps is still here. He was just stopping by. They were just stopping by. Please allow me to display my sewer system to you all now. Sewage pipes. Actually, there's another way to display it. I'm going to give you all the data here today. So, okay, so you're going to see the data in its raw form right now. There's lots of data in this game, and that's why you know it's a good, true simulation. It's not a design simulator. It has cross-referenced data. Look at this stuff flowing. So the brown pipe system that you see is raw sewage moving, being pumped. And as you can see, I have complete coverage, okay? Let me turn some of these notifications off now. If what you're hearing maybe, they've got these ads on, I'm actually going to change the radio station too. I'm going to go to something a little more chill. Turn off the ads so we can really experience this. Look at the grand city that I have so far. And there you see the bile being pumped efficiently You see the movement of it, okay? So the speed of those little dots. Let me know if you want me to zoom in on a specific area. Now let me explain what happened, because what are your, okay, let me first show you, okay, water and sewage. Why am I looking at dry demons still? Oh, I'm still on dry demons. I gotta pull up this sewage data so you can take a clear look. Output. Consumption. Okay, we're in the green. This is water availability to pump our sewage, because we need to, you need to mix it with water. You can't pump it straight. You can't go raw on that. We don't have any water trades currently established. But look at this. This is the important piece of data I want you to look at. Sewage treatment. We produce 201 plus thousand, whatever the heck this is, M cubed? Somebody tell me what M cubed means. A month. Yet we have a capacity for 300 M cubed a month. So we got 100,000 M cubed to spare. We're saying go to the restroom if you have to, anywhere. Restrooms are available, okay? Our sewage system is functioning. Meters cubed, okay. I like that. Okay, meters cubed, so it's a large amount. If you're thinking meters cubed, a bile. Let me see if I'm fixing it up, missing anything else. Traffic is difficult, Stomps, but I love it. And I hope we'll get into some of that today so you can see. The traffic is good. Early on, I was a little critical of it. It is so good, though, the more I've started to mess with it. It's a difficult challenge. It's a good challenge. Traffic is a real challenge. Go to any friggin' city in the U.S. almost, and you're going to see they have certain challenges, okay? There needs to be challenge in simulation, because then you know it's real. Proud man. Let's see, Lieutenant Commander, hot topic. We don't have any hot topics yet, Screaming Argonaut, so if you want to be the first one, you want to be a general manager of a hot topic here in my city, keep an eye out for a location, okay, and try to let me know if you see it. We'll rebrand it a hot topic. We've got a lot of successful commercial in this city. Let me tell you real fast what's happening with this other data though. Sewage pollution, okay, you're seeing sewage pipes, you're seeing water pollution right here. You're seeing a large amount of water pollution in this bay. Now look, there's a couple of things to recognize about this city. This piece of sewage pollution, this is dead now. This is from the past. This was where I first had my pipes pumping, because initially my town was just this little area. This is where I started, okay? And I was pumping the sewage out this way because the currents, first of all, were designed, look at this, over many years. Well, not many, but the time in this, the way it works is confusing. But over many, what I estimate to be many years, this sewage has stayed contained in that bay, which is important because when I get there, I'll be able to treat it. When I can afford it and have the technology, I'll be able to treat it. It's contained. Look how I've designed it so it's not spreading out into the archipelago or whatever the heck this is. So that was by design. Up here, this new section you're seeing is where I currently am pumping out raw sewage. Sewage outlet, 100,000 per usage. This one's 77. This one, okay, and it tells you all the information on each pipe. So my out pipes here, you can see I've got 3 out pipes. What do you think about that? And they're doing a nice job. We can get in there and really get close to see the nitty gritty to see. Look at this stuff. It's coming out. This stuff's coming out. And so the other thing, so look, again, by design, look how the water pollution is being kept within this bay, contained as well as we can possibly do, so that hopefully there will be some more additional environmental mitigation in the future. We already got some environmental mitigation going. Another thing to important thing to look at how I purposely designed my city so far is air pollution. Let's look at that since we're on the topic of pollution. Let's look at some of the pollution that my city's dealing with. Now, I'm showing you some of the bad before I show you some of the good, because this is a beautiful not a megalopolis. It's considered a small city, actually. If you see down here, I'm considered a small city, and they have this friggin' awesome milestone system they put in this game, man. I thought I was not gonna like how they organized this when I was watching the videos before. It actually turns out to be very, very good how they did this. As you grow your city, it unlocks, you know, obviously different categories of zoning, etc., etc. Different categories that you can do special districts. It gives you money. It gives you these extra coins to use or whatever, which I'll show you what you can do. So as you can see right now, I'm only a small city, so I've got a long way to go before I'm a megalopolis. This is where I want to get. I will get there. I absolutely will get there, okay? Now, I'll show you a little bit. A thing they also did were these skill trees, which you unlock with these points you get from reaching your milestones. And at first I thought I wasn't going to like this system either. I actually do like it a lot. It's just a little bit of a finesse twist on how these kind of things unlocked in like SimCity 4, for instance, which I'm just referred to as the grandfather of this game. I think they made a beautiful choice. It's that finessed. There's a couple other things I can tell they're going to tweak, and this thing might then very soon be the greatest ever in the near future. So here you see I've unlocked some of my stuff. You can choose where to spend your skill points, or whatever they're called. What are these tokens called? I don't know. So I've invested quite a bit in education already, which is paying off great. That's why you see some of those nice big office towers. Fire I have not invested at all in. I mean, a little bit, okay, but not in terms of unlocks. Same with transportation. I've got a lot of stuff to unlock here. I unlocked ships so I could do my cargo. I need to do trains, which I'm almost there. I'm sort of planning some stuff with trains. I've unlocked a lot of parks and recreation because I like this for the people to get out and have some fun. So I've unlocked all kinds of stuff, and I have a lot of stuff. I'm right there on tourist attractions. This is one of the things I'm thinking of purchasing today while we're playing together. I've got 14 points to spend, so I already could get them, but I like always having a buffer for this kind of thing because, you know, as more things unlock, I might see something I want, or I may need something. So I'm going to wait, I think, till I get to the next stage. I'm almost there. You see this ring is almost filled up. And then when it gets full, I'm going to get to stage 11, at which point I'll get more of these points to spend. Then I'll feel comfortable blowing 8 on tourist attractions, because 8 is pretty hefty price. For these ones, I was paying like 2 or 3 per unlock. This one's jumped up to 8. Okay, so sick as hell. Now you have a little bit of the rundown of how that works. Let's look at this pollution that I wanted to display. Air pollution. Purposeful design. We looked at the wind currents, and from the very beginning of where the first industry first started to be established, sort of this area, we put it in a place where we said, as the city grows, the pollution will be brought away from the city into the open ocean, you know, this and that. As we can obviously advance the technology, we can get cleaner, more efficient power sources, but at the time being, when we're running off of coal, basically, or multiple coal plants we've got here, 4 small coal power plants pumping out the power. But look at, and the pollution is not terrible. It's worst right here in the direct path, and the landfill is the only thing in the direct path of the pollution. Okay, so we've tried to make this good for the citizens as much as we can in terms of air pollution. And you see it's being swept away from the city. And as industry has grown, we've tried very hard to keep our industry within a very sort of enclosed sector. I would like it if Sector was one of the citizens in here. He's probably in a penthouse in one of these tall buildings right here. I bet you Sector just loading up rockets and staring out one of these windows. So this is like one of the newest parts of my city. And as you can see, this part has huge 6-lane boulevards. Oh, there's so much to show you. This is a technical university. Biosyn, okay, I've welcomed Biosyn. I know, look. This is before they turned evil, I think. If you want to say, when is this Biosyn? This is before a Dominion, okay? This is when Biosyn was actually very beneficial to this island. So the air pollution's not bad. Now, I have had to make a couple of drastic choices in the recent past. Anybody just joining, by the way, I'm giving you an update on what's happening here. There's a lot to tell you. This city is very beautiful. There's these pollution situations happening over here where I built an incinerator plant, and up here where I had to sort of rapidly build a large garbage dump. Because what happened is my city was growing very fast. I kept expanding this and that, and one of the things I really wasn't addressing, and this all started from the question of sewer, is the Dodgson Memorial Cafeteria. Yeah, suddenly the trash started piling up. Widespread trash piling up, okay? And as you can see, I've gotten rid of a lot of it, but there's still a major problem with trash. So I had to rapidly expand the size of my garbage zones, and then I had to advance the technology to purchase an incinerator. And because I had to make these choices fast, and I was having trouble, you know, with space in designing my city, not wanting to put it in a place I'd regret, I rapidly expanded my borders. This is something you can do. What's that thing flying? I see something floating. Whoops, what is that? Oh, that's a shadow from a plane. There goes a plane. Okay, for a second I thought I saw a UFO. That would have been neat. So I had to kind of haphazardly built this incinerator plant over here, just saying, let's get it out of the proximity of my city. It's still going to grow for a while on this main island before I expand. But by the way, look at the region that I'm going to eventually expand to. The way they do it, this is another thing where it's like they took part 4, the granddaddy, and the grandmama, whatever you want to call her, and they just finessed it in a nice way, I think, where this in the past would have been a region map in SimCity 4. And each one of these would have been a predetermined block which you could start on. And you could build as much as you wanted within that area, and then you could set up trade routes with the surrounding tiles. And then you could load into new games into those tiles. Big tiles we're talking about, okay? So like half of this island would probably be one whole tile or more, right? So maybe I should take it out of this mode so you can see better what's happening here. There we go. And in part 4, so it was cool because you could get a whole trade network going with resources and everything. But in this, but you know, it'd be separate because you'd have to separately load. So it wasn't seamless like this is, which is one really cool thing. You're going to eventually be able to, as I can now, just seamlessly move through the region. You can see how big this one giant area already is, which would be an individual tile. This island alone, I'm going to build up so much more. But now what they did, instead of unlocking giant tiles, they unlocked these. I have 21 available right now. See this grid map? So now you can buy these little tiny incremental tiles wherever you want and expand your region however you want. It can even be disconnected from what I understand, but I haven't done it yet. And it's such a better way because first of all, it's a seamless, huge region I'm going to end up with. And then when I get to the edge of my region, as far as I understand, there I can make further external routes of trade. And here you see some of these pre-established trade routes that exist. Anyway, it's a really cool way of expanding your territory they chose to do in this. A little more micromanagement you can put into it, which I always love. So there it is. So there's my borders right now. I had to expand my border here. So one thing I was having an issue with though is I wanted to build a bridge across here because originally I said, well, if I've got all the wind here, this is where I said I had to make let me show the haphazard decision that happened. Because of the wind flow and all my industry right here, I wanted to build Garbage Island here. My original intention was for Garbage Island to be here. Now, I had trouble. I had many attempts at building a crossing. Look at this little plane flying over right here. Just flying over my city. It's a nice view, isn't it, folks? Take a look out the left window, the right window. Gorgeous views on both sides. Because this was going to be Garbage Island. That wouldn't have been nice to look at. But look, what I think the issue is there's these active shipping routes that I've established here that are connected to previously established shipping routes. Let me show you what I mean. Let me get into the transport network here. Ships, this is one of the things I unlocked. And now you see the shipping routes. I hope you can see that. So this is my active shipping route I have where I'm sending ships. But there's also a passageway available here. Now it's just available. So you will see like passenger ships. That passenger ship earlier at the beginning we saw coming in. See, it's going to come in a similar fashion as I think that one chose not to. But if he turned right, you could make a pass through to go to the other water channel. Because as you can see, there's these great large shipping channels which go to the end of my whole region. These are the exterior connections I'm talking about. So for some reason, I'm having trouble building roads over this lane here. And I don't know if it has to do with the shipping route, but I've tried to even build big bridges. So I don't know if anyone knows this game good. Let me know what could be the problem with why I'm having trouble building a road or a bridge over this channel. So this guy's coming from Starford. So Starford is a city, I guess, outside of my region completely. And they're bringing in right now 238 tons. Petrochemicals and concrete. So gas and rock. There you see it. Isn't that pretty? I think I have the day-night cycle turned off right now. It's a pretty long cycle, and it's a good cycle because at night I tend to not build, which is good. Because it's always good to, you know, it's easy, especially when your budget is really good, which right now I should check on my budget, by the way. This, oh, is this beautiful? Look at this budget. Let me close this little thing. They give you a lot of nice instructional pop-ups, okay? So if this is overwhelming, it's hell to you. Constant pop-ups. Anything you click on, it'll give you a little brief menu of pop-ups. The instructional stuff woven into this is very thoughtful. Right now, I'm making over $1 million a year. I'm gonna pop this bag of gummy juicy squirts. What are these called? Juicy bursts. I'm gonna pop a juicy burst to celebrate. Oh, we dipped under a million. That's not good. We're down to 975,000, folks. But it's still a lot of bread to be bringing in every month, right? Look at this red and green. This is a well-functioning city. But you have to be very careful, though. What I'm talking about, you can expand too fast, easily, if you're not letting your building. Let it settle. Let it live. Building, let it live. Listen to that dynamic sound. As the cruise ship cruised by, could you hear that? We could hear its lovely engines. You hear those motors churning? Now, if we get close to this sucker, we'll be able to hear it. You see? They put a lot of design into the sound in this one. It's lovely. Let me know if you can't hear it all. I'll switch the audio setup right now. Bogtan doesn't like the juicy squirts. Who does? He thought I was making more. At Wormhole, at one point, I was making almost $2 million a month. But that's very good. This city's in its infancy. Are you kidding? $2 million a month is pretty good. A lot of times in these kind of games, well-designed city simulators, if you want to have a healthy city, a well-educated, like, really nice city, with just all kinds of services, everything that makes a city and citizens happy and healthy, you're often walking a razor's edge between budget, the amount of income and the amount of debt, expenses. And so right now, for me to be making $1 million, are you kidding me? Even a couple $100,000 in the green, right? I would be like, okay, cool, we're in the green, because I've got a couple universities here already. We want to improve our healthcare system. One of the things, I have a medical institute I want to build. That's something that's kind of coming down. A good city needs a lot of debt. I don't have any debt. Are you kidding me? I haven't taken a single loan. That's one of the other things. When you unlock milestones, they give you you get your credit limit increases. So I could already get a loan for a lot of money. So this one's going to Stratford. And its origin was Wilton. I have no idea where these places are. They're off my region. Anyway, look at this. You can get lost in this game. It's beautiful. Can you hear the music, or do you want me to turn it up? Maybe I should turn it up a little. Anyway, there's a million things to show you, but let's get cracking. We got to actually do something. What do I want to address? This city's growing so fast. So many new areas are popping up that I'm still kind of like looking at some of it. Gosh. For so long on this coast, I just had these small office buildings, and look at how they burst up now. I've only fairly recently unlocked the different levels of skyscrapers, so it's extremely exciting to see these behemoths. And maybe I should show you one being built. What do they want? Look at my city. People want a lot of stuff. Everything's in demand almost, except medium density. But look at office demand. It's absolutely surging through the roof. So let me just plot some stuff down. It is desired. I'm going to go to my zones. I'm going to go to offices. Maybe I'll build another skyscraper. Let's go to skyscrapers. Now let's zoom out a little. Now look how it conveniently color codes. Beautifully color codes. Oh, everything about this game is lovely. The purple and the yellow, and you're seeing the yellow is represented as, or well, greenish. Good. Desired places. As you can see, they say put offices anywhere in this friggin' city, we'll build it. This is a healthy city. And as you see, the purple I've already established. This dense office zone over here, the reason this is so dense and successful, this is where I have my, what is it, technical institute? Or, what is this here that's benefits offices? I believe it's Biosyn, but it's a, fourth level of education, efficiency of offices and industrial. So it ups the efficiency. This is costing me 160 G's a month. This alone. So this is what I'm talking about now. Making a couple mil is, or even $1 million, is huge success, at least for me at this early stage. By the time I get a megalopolis, who knows what the story will be. So let's build some offices real quick so you can see the lovely progression, the animations involved. They're wanted. So I'm gonna zone something for a skyscraper again. Now, where should we do it? I think this row might be nice to continue to develop. Now, these are fairly small plots, but I noticed the offices can grow on pretty narrow plots. So, boom, let's do that. Now, look what happens, which is very interesting. I love this process. When I upgrade it, right now that was regular office zoning. I just upgraded it to heavy zoning. Now, you're seeing all these buildings were condemned. Now, I'm sorry, that's not great, because there were employees there. We're hoping the new office space will be able to accommodate these buildings and many more. And to offset that, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to build just a little bit of a small office plot, low profile office here. And look at that. Immediately they have an opportunity to move in. Let's see if, what's this called? This is Capine, a company called Capine. CRI More Software, financial. It's a financial, they just got closed down. So isn't it nice? Okay, you want to hear criticism? I have a tiny criticism so far, because I do have criticisms of this game, even though I'm absolutely in friggin' love with it. One tiny, which can be easily fixed, I'm sure. When you do the bulldozer, why not have a bulldozer animation? Look at this. Boom. It just disappears. I think you've got to have a nice complex animation of everything getting crushed. You know, the grandmama did it. So consider it, please, if you can. I will say that. Other than that, things are looking very nice. Okay? I would love to see a destruction animation. Now look at these giant cranes. Now we're jumping right in here, and you're just seeing skyscrapers be built. So it's a very spoiled experience you're having. You would be appreciating this a lot more if you spent the many years I already have game time in watching, you know, cultivating small business, small office structures, this and that. And it's a big kind of feather in my cap every time I lay down this plot, rezone, and I say, look at this, the big multi-100-foot cranes move in. Look at these suckers spinning around, getting to work here. The game has a sick photo mode, which I haven't even explored, like, you know, the camera settings and everything so much, but I have taken quite a few pictures. Just quick snaps, but I've got to explore all these settings. I mean, it's unbelievable. You can even change the weather and everything, so they have, like, you know, you can kind of Photoshop any angle of your city, which is rad as hell. All right, let's speed up the clock here. What time is it? 12:38. We're doing it. Let's speed up the in-game clock so you can see a little bit more. I want to see these suckers get built here at some point, because we got a lot of stuff to do. Look at this city at work. We're gonna see what how big these high rises. I think they're gonna be similar to those little guys right there, because these are smaller plots of land. These are not massive, and also the road network is important. Here you see, I only have a 2-lane road, I think. So it's actually a small road. So if I had a larger road, higher capacity, bigger plots of land, these are the things, you know. But the desire is there. Now look just how I did that. Look how there's an immediate reaction in the office sector. You see the correction that happened? This is a functioning simulator. The data is everywhere. The data cannot be ignored. And as these are built, you see it's rising again, because it's not sufficient with the amount of technical education I've been putting into the city, and just all kinds of factors. People are coming here and they want these office jobs. What's this? Chappy Tech. Let's check out one of these new businesses that moved in. Terapis, it's called. It requires electronics and software. The resources in this game are very cool. There's resources. That's another place where they take a step ahead of the grandmama. Nice work. I'll show you that later. But resources are sick. So see they're using resources, and it produces telecom. This is a telecom city, friendly city. You saw my, at least a peek at my AOL network earlier. So a series of block of towers just instantly sprung up. Wasn't that nice? And so, you know, yeah, I'll say that. Look, some of the animations I think can be expanded. That was lovely. But the grandmama would do a whole thing where they put, you know, exterior friggin' scaffolding and stuff like that. It was just cute little things like that. These are very superficial things, which I'm sure will be added. The engine at work here is frickin' kicking. So here's an issue we can solve right now together, folks. Trash is piling up. This is our college sector, our university town, okay? We have the university here. This university is not named, so if you have a name, anyone wants to be Dino Pulse Zeta 68 months. Thank you. What a run, Dino Pulse. Muchos gracias. Just hoping you guys continue to uphold what got me into. I hope so too. P.S. Here's hoping we're in fun with Mayor Don. Skyline City, shout out. Dino Pulse, thank you for being here. Happy anniversary. Thank you for all your support over the years. Did so well, I'll imagine they'll get to that. Oh, they're going to get to a lot, Vic. I mean, Skylines 1 lived and evolved on mods in the most beautiful way over years. Where this game is just starting, though, is... Yes, it's going to be the great. It will be the great. So we are fortunate, because it's been so many years since we've been able to play a city simulator of this caliber and quality. So the issue with the garbage here, I've determined, it's not my capacity, because I've vastly expanded my capacity. There was massive garbage piling up in this whole district, which now you've seen has been completely eliminated. Do you want to see why I've determined? Access. The trucks, for some reason, I think are having trouble accessing. This is an alley. When I first built this out here, it was almost rural when I built this university. These are enormous 6-lane, you know, boulevards, high-capacity roads. The trucks are flying through the streets, you know, picking up trash. So somehow, and now here's the depressing part. Because of how this has been built in tight, I don't know how to solve this, really, unless we destroy some of these buildings, because there's no way to upgrade these roads. These roads are so narrow. There's no way that we're going to be able to upgrade them without taking out some of the buildings. And if we do it up the middle, I don't think it'll be enough to give access. I don't know. I wonder. It would be a test. We could do a test, but that would be kind of a bummer too. Hey, now what's happening here? Abandoned. That's interesting. This building was abandoned by its occupants, probably because of the trash. Because this has been a long-standing issue in this neighborhood, honestly. I'm sorry. This has been one of the issues I haven't been able to address as mayor. There's been a lot of stuff I have taken care of, and a lot of progress we've made together, but this district has been neglected, and we need to take care of it now. I wonder if there's a special... Let's take a look. You know what might be a solution? I want to try to find a solution without tearing down buildings, to just build bigger streets, because it's a quaint little neighborhood. There's very few neighborhoods you get to go to a small little street like this. Let's see if we can find someone. Look at all these individuals walking. Each individual I can click on and learn all about them, where they're going. This guy's speeding. Slow down. Let's follow this rascal. Whoop. Let's follow this rascal. Look at these narrow little streets. There's not a lot of neighborhoods, where you can experience. I really got in here tight. Narrow little roads like this. Oh, and some of these, it looks like have commercial on the bottom, actually. So are these mixed? This might be some mixed zoning. Where this guy's driving fast. The Easton family is the owner. The driver is Elliot Easton. Look at all we can learn about Elliot Easton. Everything. I gotta zoom out because they're taking us through. Elliot Easton. Adult, poorly educated, the Easton family, which you can learn about their family. You can see the household tab. They have the different tabs here. I love this stuff. Where they live, you can zoom to their house. Their employer, Capella, you can go to that. Their job level is considered basic. They work at Capella, which we could go find out what it is if we want. Destination, right now they're going to Pat Back Medical. So they're going to a medical office. They have some kind of medical appointment they're going to get. Let's look at their family real quick. where they live, 2 household members, and they're wealthy. Let's see who their members are. Jean, she's sleeping. They're sleeping, I guess. Age senior. Oh, so that might be actually the mom living with the family, the Easton family, wealthy, 149 Kent Street. Yeah, retired. So that might be the mom living with them, actually. And who's that? Elliot. Oh, no, it's just Elliot. Well, is Elliot a senior as well? Adult. So it's Elliot and either his mom or his dad living together at 149 Kent Street. Should we go there? 149 Kent Street. Where is that? Shoom. Which building is it? Oh, this little tiny building right here. Where are we? Kent Street. Let me get it. Oh, we're okay. Okay, we're over here. I needed to get acquainted. So I'm right here. This is a bumpin' neighborhood. This is a cool neighborhood to live in. And they live right in this little building right here, 149 Kent Street. That's where the Elliott family lives. Now you can track these people. If I wanted to, I could click this over here and follow the citizen. Yes, Don is your big brother. What do you think about that? I could track their every movement, and it creates like a timeline, diary type of thing, an event journal. Noteworthy events have taken place in their life. So that is a sick kind of thing. You can have a bunch of citizens you track. As you can see, I'm not tracking any citizens right now, okay? I'm not interested. Just live your lives. I'm going to check in on you like this every once in a while. But we're not going to get crazy and start tracking you yet. I was wanting to see if we could see inside. Some of the little faux interiors are very nicely done. And these graphic style, I should note, right now what you're seeing is what's considered, I guess, somewhat modern European architecture. I don't know. That's what I've selected. I could choose North American. As you know, because they did it in Skylines 1, we're going to eventually have so many different architectural styles. It's cool as hell. And special districts is something where you can make, so you can mix, make your city all different sort of mixed architectural styles, depending what part of town, make a little Chinatown, whatever. It's sick as hell. So we could learn more about this family if we wanted to. Oh yeah, so here's where I'm talking about the tabs exist. So maybe not on some businesses, but like for instance, I click on this building, I see every family living in here now. The Doe family, there's the Eastons, the Nicholsons, a bunch of real small, so they're small apartments, I guess, the Paxtons. One other thing with the Eastons I wanted to check before we leave and go make that special district. They're still sleeping, so Jean is just knocked out. And what time is it? 1:23 in the, I don't know if it's day or night because I have the cycle off actually. I should turn it back on, maybe you'd like that. I just want to see what this Capella, their employer, is. It requires timber, it's a furniture maker, and they require timber. And it tells you all about the pollution levels. This is a level 4 out of 5 business, so it's very good. 137% efficiency. I guess that's good. 50 out of 50 employees, so things are well. And then an employee breakdown. I mean, look at this data. Anywhere you hover or click, you're seeing data you can cross-reference with other data. This game is friggin' excellent. You know the sim is working. The sim is there. It's not just a design simulator. There's a motor under here that's running. Look at this special district I have called Mega Man 2. It's flourishing. That's the district right there. You can see the border. Special districts allow you to give special rules. So what I wanted to see is if we made this college town a special district, is there some kind of recycling or trash thing we can do? Let's make it a special district. I haven't done this. I only have a couple special districts so far. District creation tool. Look how simple this is. So we'll go from here. Let me see. I want to include this whole district. This is the old neighborhood. This is the university neighborhood. So there's a ton of parties that happen over here. People are loving their life going to this university, highly rated university. And I'm going to include, so I'm so far, and I can change this later, but for now, I'm making it, how many dots can I make? Oh, you can make a bunch of dots, any shape you want. For now, I'm just going to make it the housing. Complete your district. Now, what can we do with this district? There's a way to edit it. How do we edit it again? Whoops. Let me see here. Whoops. I forgot how to edit the special district because I haven't built too many of them. We'll figure it out pretty soon. Let me just try to highlight the district. There it is. There it is. Okay, so what options do we have for this special district? First of all, it tells you data about this now. It's all here. 944 households out of a possible 1,500. Okay, so there is some vacancies, as you see, illustrated by some of these abandoned buildings. That's not good. 1,216 residents, 158 pets. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of cats. Average wealth is comfortable. There's 843 employees within this sector. That's interesting. So that's all. Well, I think there are some mixed, as I said. So there might be some commercial. We'll look at that in a second. No services assigned. Yeah, so now what's happening? No services, local services. When you assign an operating district to a service building, it becomes one of the district's local services. I could create a trash. I could assign the trash to this district, but I don't think that'll solve the problem because I think they're having access. Let me see what I can do. Combustion engine ban. Fuel burning vehicles are forbidden. I don't have energy consumption awareness. Gated community. Heavy traffic ban. Oh, here we go. Recycling. Citizens in the area are encouraged to recycle. This will reduce the amount of used resources but decrease free time. I'm going to enact this. I don't know if it'll help. We're going to have to look and monitor the situation. Roadside parking, speed bumps. Now, the cool thing about all these special things you can apply to the district, these policies, as far as I believe, I'm pretty sure, as far as I understand, you unlock more as you go. You unlock more policies. I would love to be able to manipulate the taxes for these special districts. I wonder if that's something that could be worked in, because as far as I've seen so far, you can't manipulate the taxes for special districts. So now this is going to take some time. We just enacted this new policy. One thing I will do, since these buildings are already abandoned, I'm going to dezone them, because for some reason I could build other things here and they would sprout up. But because we're already planning to possibly expand the roads in this little district, I'm just going to, and so which would require the destruction of buildings, these are empty buildings, so I'm going to preemptively get rid of them. I've dezoned them first, just so that they can't instantly be built on. Uh-oh, I might have actually dezoned one extra building, it looks like. That one got condemned by accident. I wonder if I rezone it, if it would. I've never tried that. Let's try it real quick. I think it's a medium density housing. I'm going to try to rezone this one that's been condemned and see if it will change its status, in which way it'll change its status. This will be an interesting experiment. Oh. No, yeah, so it's going to, either way it's going to tear it down and rebuild. Once you've condemned a building, it looks like you can't suddenly switch back before they tear it down. The process has begun. The bulldozers are coming. So that's a bummer. But that's where the dezoning comes in. You could dezone these and then condemn them. And then you can plow them down yourself if you want. Boom, boom. So we're just going to get rid of those. And that's an eyesore. Well, look, it's being rebuilt though. We'll let that one be rebuilt. If we do have to expand the road network, I'm thinking we'll definitely do it right here at first, since that'll be minimal impact. We'll probably come up, build a little bit wider road here and just curve it through. We might do a slightly curved road. That might be pretty too. Add a little bit of personality. Later we can add details. They got trees, decorations, roadside things. You can get into some real nitty-gritty of beautifying your city. I haven't spent a ton of time in that yet, except in select areas I have, but that's kind of some of the neat stuff you can get into. Trash person leaves us a postcard with his address on it every year around Christmas so we can send him tips. That's nice. You have the same trash people all the time. I'm managing the city and very seriously. We have raccoons that cruise around our yard. I'll see them on my network of cameras. I'll see the raccoons cruising through. Sometimes there's a big pack of them. There'll be like 5 raccoons that cruise through in a family or something. Every once in a while they'll pass through the front yard. It's very cool. All right, so as you can see, office demand is surging again. I could do the day-night cycle so you get a glance at that if you want. So like, for instance, this is a giant special district. This is where I'm mining ore, believe it or not. This giant field is a Colossal Ore Company. And the ore goes into is a resource that's used by the businesses in our city, and we also, I believe, we export some of it. And it was a natural resource here. So one thing you can go to, and it tells you everything about here, metal ore. And this is cool too. It's so cool because Colossal Ore, they also have like other businesses that have popped up in the industry area that like process the ore and do this, but they're part of the same business, Colossal Ore. So there's like little details like that that are so thoughtfully done. It's not like just this business becomes Colossal Ore, then like that business grows. It's so sick. And if you have the resources for these businesses to grow, you can provide it. But if not, you see where we started at the docks, all this cargo coming in is stuff we can't produce that our businesses need and our citizens. Oh look, we have a football field I recently built. This is under Parks and Recreation. The Chirpers. I didn't get to pick the name. That's another thing. So American football field. So I could rename. So it's funny, you know, and this kind of stuff I'm sure they can add, but like the Grandmama, for instance, if you had a sports stadium or something like this, they would do cute little details that were kind of meaningless, but they just added a lot of charm. Like, you wouldn't just get to rename the field, but you'd actually, oh, this has settings. Hold on. Oh, no, that's just an icon. For a second, I thought that was a settings wheel on the football. I guess it is, but it's for this. You could name the team, and then they'd even tell you like the record of the team, and it would go, you know, they play seasons and stuff. Just cute little details like that. But this whatever. I mean, this is awesome as it is. They can always add that stuff. You got to name the team. And so it'd be sick as hell though if you could name the team and the team name would actually appear here. That'd be fun. I'm sure all these mods are coming down the pipes. I mean, we're like at the gate. The game is good. So there's my football field. I have some other Parks and Recreation kind of things I can build available. What have I not built? I haven't built a community pool or a soccer field, both of which I'd like to build. I've built all of these, multiple basketball courts, skate park, outdoor gym, tennis court. You can see right now in this mode we're in, leisure, every one of these big blue icons represent a different site of leisure I've constructed for my citizens. So as you can see, there's an ample amount. I'd like more, and we'll get there. But it's grown with the city. We do have an ample amount of leisure available, certain areas more than others. Look at New Jack City. This is a special district I have called New Jack City, and look at all the leisure I've built into New Jack City. It's mainly parks. There is a basketball court. Let me see. I could turn this off. How do I just go to leisure up here? Everything is cross-referenced. Where is leisure up here? It must be up here somewhere. Workplace availability. My population's pretty happy. They were at max happiness for a while. I gotta find leisure up here. Oh, is this it? Yeah, this must be it. Leisure. There it is. So just in New Jack City, I have a basketball court, a small plaza, another small plaza, a small park, a tennis court, a small plaza, and a football field. Look at that, all within a few square blocks. And I have this iconic building. What do they call these things? You unlock these iconic buildings. Oh, I have an iconic building we could place. Epicurean Gardens. Let's take leisure off. Look at this nice place, huh? Interesting architecture. And so, yeah, this is, again, European. We're following European architectural design here, I guess. Epicurean Gardens. It tells you everything about the residents. Here you see all the families are available in the tabs. Oh, and there's a company. There's a noodle place in there, too. So it's mixed. It's a mixed residential and... So they have Gnome Soba Noodle. And they're selling meals, and you've also got only 8 households. So these are big kind of condos in this building. Wealthy, as you can see. 54 employees for only 8 households. 5 pets, not so many. 27 total residents live here. And look at the breakdown it gives you. The children, the teens, and then you can go through here. If you like this stuff, you love this game. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But my goodness, this is rad as hell. I don't have any arcade strip clubs yet. We definitely need no arcade or strip clubs. That'd be an interesting combo, an arcade strip club? Have there been many of those? It's an interesting idea, Rebirth. Has there ever been a representation of an arcade strip club in a movie or game? Not that I can think of, but it's a neat idea. So, one of the reasons I placed the special building here is because it adds attractiveness and well-being to the area. So, you know, we're trying to make New Jack City a nice place to live. And as you can see, it's not over-zoned. They have some big buildings, but I've purposely kept it a little bit smaller. And New Jack City was cool because it actually was kind of the genesis of my expansion to the, well, I'm going to call that the east. I don't know if it actually is. I don't see a indicator of where north is. But I'm going to call this west, where we kind of started. This is where my city started. And as you can see, I've still kept it very small. Do you want to see a really pretty little neighborhood I have over here? Oh, I have a rock star living in my city. If you want, we can go check out their house. This is a pretty little neighborhood. I like this neighborhood. Up on the hills here. And we have a campsite here, campground, and camping site. Let's check in on this. Attractiveness 11, maintenance 66%, dispatch. So I have park maintenance. I have built park maintenance. They don't tell you how many like people are using it or anything like that, it looks like. But it's making people happy. You do know it's spreading happiness. So this is a pretty little bay. At some point, I definitely, when I start to unlock, one of the things I want to unlock is that tourist attractions I showed you earlier. I'm going to have to build some stuff if I'm going to pump up this thing. We want it to get to level 11. Today, we're still at 10, so we're going to have to do some work. But if I can unlock some cool tourist attractions, I'd like to develop them in this bay here. I think this bay I've left underdeveloped and it's ripe. It's absolutely ripe for development. Look at these tennis courts that I put right near the beach. Public tennis courts available. However, Cherrytown is a special district, a gated community. Yes, there's a gated community here, 35 households. This was one of the first neighborhoods that ever got built here. Can you imagine? And now it's gated. Over time, it became gated. One of the reasons were the demands of this citizen. This estate is where one of our #1 citizens, Dave Mustaine, lives. I just thought of that. It is a musician. Maybe that's who it is. Pop Musician Mansion. Here we go. Here we go. Pop Musician's Mansion. I just thought of this. Dave, do you approve? Mastagni, is that how you spell it? Somebody tell me how you spell Mastagni. Hold on, Stomps G. There's literally an arcade strip club event tonight here in Portland. What in the hell? Tell me, I want to look it up because it sounds cool as hell. It's a neat idea. Do they have the like catwalks up between the arcade machines? I mean, it's a complicated thing to I imagine they just sort of have stages of certain sports. Do you realize Dr. Octagon released new tracks in 2017 from that album? I never realized that. Add bonus tracks. There it is. I can't click on it with my mouse, but Scott's Haunted Strip Club arcade tickets. Scott's Haunted Arcade Strip Club. It sounds neat. Club Arcade. Eventbrite. Is this just a pop-up thing? Portland's adult Halloween experience. Okay, cool. So it's an experience. Neat as heck. I'm gonna look at that later. So Dave Mastagni, is that how you spell it? I haven't been to a strip club in many years, but I've been to them. Obviously, most people have, and I've been to arcades. I've never thought of them being combined in one event, but I haven't been in quite a while, have I? I've been there for work functions. Can you believe that? That was bizarre. Oh, there's no G in it? Why did I think there was a G? Is that really... I thought it was Dave Mustagni. Mustaine? That's really how you spell it? Okay, thank you, Vic. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. A Halloween event like that, I'm inclined not to go to something like that. If it's like, you know, these erotic Halloween events can be kind of weird. I don't know. Whatever. If you like it, have fun. I thought it was just like a little dive place or something. You could check it out. They've got a lot of those now down here in LA. They're advertising these like haunted erotic experiences. It's a little weird. I don't know. I like haunted experiences, but it's weird to be with like a giant group of people having some kind of erotic haunted experience. Look at Mustaine's horses. I wish you could click on... Oh, you can click on the horse! I never knew that! Of course, you can click on the pets! Everything's here! What should we name Mustaine's horses? Oh, we can name Mustaine's horses! Dude, Squamous! This game is frigging excellent. Don't let anyone tell you different. If someone's saying negative stuff about this, their computer's busted or they didn't understand the friggin' assignment. If you're a lover of city builders, aka SimCity 4, the greatest ever, and shout out Skylines 1, this one is off to a roaring start. For me, I've had a very positive experience. Right now, I'm gonna name Dave Mustaine's horse. What shall we do? Any ideas? Lars, all right, there it is. Nice idea. Rivia has named Dave Mustaine's first horse, Lars. Now we have a bunch of horses. Unfortunately, it doesn't give us any data on Lars, but a name is pretty good. That's satisfying enough. That's the kind of cute little details I love when they put in. Can we click on anything else for Dave Mustaine's mansion? Well, we can find out more about him, I suppose. Let's find out about the Mustaine family, the McCoy family. Now, can you... Oh, you can rename them. I didn't know you could actually rename the families. That's cool. Okay, here we go. The Mustaine family. Mustaine. The Mustaine family. Here we go. Household members 3. They're wealthy, of course. Of course. I mean, he's back on tour now, I think, too. And probably destroying my Wave Race records. Can you imagine? I haven't been playing Wave Race. So Lilia... is the child. Okay. Lilia Mustaine. Well, she's just a young child, okay? So that's why she's uneducated and all of this stuff. But she's wealthy. She has no job because she's a child. Must be nice. Getting treatment. So she's getting some kind of treatment. Citizens' education level affects wages and garbage production. Interesting. Higher education equals higher pay and less garbage. Interesting. I've seen some very nice luxury cars open their door to drop out a big old box of In-N-Out or McDonald's trash many times before in Los Angeles City. So who knows what that, but it's an interesting way of programming it. The education level also determines the highest job level a citizen can have. Citizens' age affects education and work eligibility. The youth and elderly have fewer chances compared to adults. Age also affects citizen health. The elderly are more prone to falling ill. Citizens' work. Yeah, there's a whole demand on your hospital system, everything. Oh, everything that the network of data in this game. Let's see the other citizen, the other Cynthia and Timothy. Well, here's Dave. He's idling right now. Dave is idling. All idle and no play. What is it for Dave? This is a wonderful moment right now. Dave. Oh, yeah. Well, it has to be Dave in this case. That's the only first name we have to change. There we go. Dave Mustaine. Adult, well-educated, wealthy. Employer Pat Back Medical. Wait a second. When I built this house, they said it was a rock star mansion, a pop star mansion. You saw that, so why the heck is Dave Mustaine working at a medical place? Well, that might be an oversight. He shouldn't be working. He is on tour, but should say he's on tour. So this is something that needs... He's not an employee. He's the head of Megadeth. This should be able to... So something's up here, okay? So we found a small scuff. Just a small one. It's still the Mustaine family. And of course, Cynthia Mustaine. Anybody think of any horse names? Because let me know before we leave the stable. We won't be here all day. Oh, hold on now. So Cynthia Mustaine is a senior at Sing Tape Records. I mean, that's a music place. This is curious. So his wife is in the record business, at least Sing Tape Records. It produces media, so they produce music. They require software. So is she like his producer? But why is he working at a hospital? Unless she's the rock star in this thing, which makes sense, but then why would she be an employee if she's a pop star? It said a pop star. Well, who knows? Maybe we won't get to the bottom of it, but should we see where Sing Tape Records is? Any other horse names before? Let me see. Oh yeah, the housing. Imagine imagine Vic, Dave Mustaine just playing Wave Race with the nice view of the bay. So jealous. I'm so jealous of Dave Mustaine. Look at what he's looking at when he's playing Wave Race. Are you kidding me? This is his reality. This is his reality. Playing Wave Race, man. Ships cruising by out there in the bay. You got Lars out there in the pasture. Life can get pretty sweet. Oh yeah, the deer over there. Aren't there beautiful details in this game? Dang it. And this is not the, you know, whatever, 100%. I mean, they've still got patches coming on this. So you're seeing little graphical anomaly stuff, tiny stuff happening, you know, whatever. Everything's at max, and it's running fairly well. The only thing I have off is motion blur, because it was extreme. Usually I don't turn motion. I'm usually not like one of these sensitive motion blur, so sensitive to motion blur. But in this, I didn't enjoy it. I said it doesn't need it. One of the horses is the pop star? That's possible. Slippery Hooves, Pisswater 2. He moonlights as a brain surgeon. Yeah, maybe. McCoy was an alias to keep the paparazzi away. Yeah. We changed it back to Mustaine. Pet back. Alright, Slippery Hooves and Pisswater 2. Alright, let me do that real fast. Let's get down here. How close can we get to these horses? Is that as close as we can get? Yeah. So this one can be... Whoops. This one can be Slippery... What is it? Is it Hooves? Like that? Yeah, Hooves. Slippery Hooves, okay. There's Slippery Hooves, and this beige one, this... Oh, there's Lars. This one can be Pisswater 2, which usually I'm not a fan of, like, sequel names for horses, but because you did the Roman numeral 2, I said, you know what? Too classy, Screaming Argonaut. We've got Pisswater 2 in the house. In the pasture, I should say. Source... Is that the name you want to name one of the horses? Source? Yeah, motion blur a lot of times, like in this kind of game, it really doesn't need to be there in any way. And you know, to be quite frank, some of the graphical stuff, whatever, it's like, it doesn't even bother me. Like, even though it's going to be patched and stuff, I'm like, or at least that I've experienced. As you can see, I'm having a fairly good experience. Hopefully it's coming through pretty good on the, I mean, I'm not seeing a lot of framiness or anything, a little bit. I'm seeing a little bit of weird kind of popping of textures and stuff, but nothing too extreme. Nothing that's making me not have maximum fun. Nothing that's breaking the simulation in any way. Look at Pisswater and Lars, our buddies. Car? Ron's Pies named their horse. Should we name it? Do you want us to name one of these Car in honor of your Red Dead horse? Or some variation of Car? I could add something to that if you don't want it to be named exactly the same. Oh, it just looked funny in the text box. Okay. Alright, so anyway, maybe we'll move on from Dave Mustaine's home. Now that we've named the horses, we named car. Corolla, you want it to be Corolla? Okay, we'll go back to car and rename it Corolla. Where's car? There it is. Corolla. Is it with one L? No, two. Oh, two. Look at that. I did it backwards. It's actually one R. Corolla. That looks better. Good car, right? Listen to this little jam. Can you hear the music, or you want me to turn it up? Yeah, so it actually is having some major, some texture issues now, but I haven't come across too much of this, honestly. Maybe we should save it. See, so now we're only making 775. I haven't been paying attention to managing our city too much, as you can see. I've been getting distracted. I also have this on faster build. I should slow that down for sure. There are issues with our city. Uh-oh, look, the trash is starting to pile up everywhere again. Uh-oh. So here we see the icons for garbage piling up. So what's happening now? I had our dump emptying out for a long time. It might have room. I have a bad situation here. Here's my city dump. These power plants were built here out of necessity. It's a long story, but I'm out of space. I was emptying out this landfill. Let's see where it's at. Oh, it's emptying out so slow. As you can see, I have 507 out of a possible 548 tons of stored garbage. So at least it has some capacity, but that'll fill up very quick again. I don't know how I can get this to empty quicker. Some of the road network here is really botched. The way this industrial part of town got built here was kind of kooky. And the city dump is all the way tucked away here. Let's see what's happening at this other dump. It probably filled up. My incinerator was supposed to be reducing the waste. Oh, this one's over capacity. And the worst part about it, I mean, it's clever because it's designed, but there's a radius which you can build around the facility, and it can't just be like forever expanded. So see, whoops, you see the ring? The ring is the max expansion. So where I built this, in fact, and the worst part is at least I haven't been able to figure out how to, I don't think you can add new nodes. Oh wait, can you? Can you add new nodes? Maybe the other one was just glitching out. My other dump, I was having trouble. Oh yeah, no. I don't think it'll let you actually add new nodes once you've established. Unless this tool, district creation tool. No, that's for district. Yeah, so it only lets you drag the established one. I'm not crazy about how they do this because it would be nice to continue to expand your zones later, you know? Like, I want to expand this garbage zone. How do I do that? I know I can add to the facility, actually. Hold on. Have I upgraded this facility? Let's see real fast. Here's an upgrade I haven't done. Hazardous waste collection point, allowing garbage to be processed at higher speeds. I already did the other upgrades. Garbage truck depot and waste recycling. What do I have to do? Build another garbage dump? Let's check what's happening with our incinerator. Is it not working? I mean, I built this facility so that we wouldn't have this problem down the line. Look at this massive trash incineration plant I built over on this other little peninsula. So this one's at max capacity too. It's just max capacity. We're producing too much trash in this city. What the heck? Can I upgrade this? Storage extension. Well, I guess that's that's a band-aid to the problem, but we can do it. So they have these upgrades, these modular upgrades. Oh, so you look at that. You can do multiple storage expansions. Look at that. I already put 2 on here. As you can see, they're attached. I just attached the third. Let me see if I can attach a fourth. There, I attached a fourth. That's giving me XP, which we like. How much is this costing me, though? Is this a fortune to maintain this facility? We better check before we go too crazy. Wow, this facility right now is costing us 680 Gs a month. As we currently have it. Yeah, and our profits, as you can see, that red and green are getting closer. We're only 680 grand a month now, so you get nervous when you start to see numbers drop. How much expansion? Oh, that alone expanded a lot, though. So look at our capacity now. So we have a lot more capacity. Will that solve the garbage issue? Let's go take a look. So widespread. Yeah, so it's a city-wide garbage issue now. I think we will also have to build another dump, unfortunately. We gotta get this. Oh, and look, our special district plan has failed too, because this doesn't seem to, it doesn't seem to be improving things. Yeah, and you're right, Vic Rattler, the trucks have a huge commute. That's one of the major issues to the, yeah, the drag to create a new node. I thought it said drag to edit node. To insert a new, oh, drag edge to insert a new node. I'm dragging the edge. What does that mean though? It's not inserting a new node. Okay, if I do it here, will that work? Oh, it's just not do, I see, it's just, yeah, so you can drag new nodes, but I can't like make a point area too small. Yeah, see, as soon as I drag this down at all, it's interfering with the size of the building. I can't just click to make a node here and then drag it in the center. You know, that's what I want to do. I want to make a new node here just by clicking, since it's already up against that border, and then drag this down, but it won't let me do that. How else could I make that work? Could I, maybe if I drag this way, this might work. Whoops, why didn't that work? Oh, because I can't shrink the size because my garbage dump is already full of trash. So I can't just shrink it. Yeah, so I'm up against it on this. I wish you could expand that perimeter. How can you expand? There's got to be a way to expand that circle perimeter. Start emptying. Yeah, and the problem is there's no way to, well, wait, maybe, yeah, because it won't let me see, it won't even let me do it temporarily outside of the zone. It won't let me even expand a node outside the zone. I could expand this like slightly here maybe, if it lets me. It says area too small. There we go. So let me do that. Now let me do that. Whoops. So I can go right up to the edge of the circle. Oh, hold on, hold on. I might have found a little sneaky way around it. There we go. Ooh, we found a little workaround there. A node workaround. A node knows. Boom. Witness the nodes expanding. Hold on, let's plow this little edge. Now I think it automatically just fills with that texture. So you're probably saying like, what the heck, that filled up so fast? It's not actually full yet. Let's continue expanding these nodes. Ta-da. Here we go. Vast expansion. And then, whoops. let's see if I go under there. That's a pretty good node expansion. It looks like some kind of deranged Pac-Man. Like an edgy Pac-Man. Look at that. Look at that dump imprint. Landfill. So look at that now. So massively expanded the capacity of our dump. We've also expanded the costs. And we haven't produced anything really that's making more money. Well, we're back up to 820. So business is thriving. And it should be noted, I don't even know if we'll get into it at this second, but we will get into it. Oh, I can pull in some odd, was there an odd corner? Super Fro Boy, it is very good compared to 1. It is excellent. I would say if you enjoyed Skylines 1, if you enjoyed the Grandmama, SimCity 4, you will love this. I would say so far it's excellent. I'm having a blast. So look, we'll go through this later, but you want to see, this isn't the, now you want to start to see some of these numbers break down. You want to see the data break down. This is what we like. Look at this stuff. Boom. Taxation. Okay, now look. Boom! You can micromanagement of taxation. Now all they need to do is add special districts in here. Look at this. You can micromanagement tax every product being produced, every raw material being produced. You have complete control. As you can see, my industrial taxation is very high. That's one of the ways I've tried to stamp down the industrial desire. There's a huge desire for industrial. I have to keep it in bay and keep it just right because I don't want to be overrun with pollution. You know, it's a Pandora's box you can open up with some of these factories. Office is a lower. Oh, that's one of the reasons office is so. You know what's an interesting thing right now? Now, some of you aren't going to like this. I'm going to do a global raising of office tax right now. And let me tell you why. Because it's actually 8%. The standard tax, it starts at 10%. So earlier, I forgot, when I was trying to cultivate office back in the day, when we just had a little tiny town, I lowered the tax rates for office, as you can see, and I've never adjusted it. And as you can see, office is thriving. Now, the only worrisome thing I have about, because even a 1% shift is actually big, there is desire for office right now going up again. And as you can see, the way my office sector is built up, let's try it. Let's see what happens, because it's going to be a nice increase in money. Let's see how much extra cash it gives us by doing a global office 1% raise in taxes. Right now, we're at 3.79, 3.79. So it wasn't, I don't know what it was. Yeah, it was in the tens of thousands, if anything. What was it? Whoops. So it's at 659,008. Whoa. And it goes up to 740. So almost 100 G's with 1%. It's no joke. Let's see how the office sector will respond. Look at this right now. The desire is still very high. So people, office workers are saying, you know what, we'll pay. We're still at 9%. That's still a low tax in comparison to other places. Look at industry, 14%. And it's desired. This is what I'm talking about, trying to keep it at bay. Now look what happens here. Services. You want to see more data? Here it is. A breakdown of everything within, you know, all your expenses. So here's something I'm not crazy about, though. This is one thing that can be improved. For instance, when I click, and maybe I could be wrong, and maybe there's a tab I'm not seeing somewhere hidden, but when I click on education and research right here, instead of an overall 100% budget bar that I can manipulate, right here, I need a budget bar for every single one of my educational and research facilities individually. It shouldn't just be a global adjustment. So you say, well, wait, can you go to the actual individual buildings and adjust them? Maybe. Let's check it out. Let's go back to school. We're going back to school, everyone. This is my high school. You want to talk about a fancy high school? Is this the high school? Yeah, it's fancy, right? There's no budget adjustment here. It tells you it costs 45 G's a month. So they know the data is there. So that's what I'm saying about this game. Little things that are forgivable because they can be adjusted. You know this can be adjusted. Why? Because the data is there. 45 G's is what this is costing me. They know that. So then when I go to education up here, Oh, hold on now. Yeah, capacity. So this is giving me a breakdown of each school, the capacities, citizen education, all that. Now how, but when I go to my budget, what was my overall education expense? 103 G's, you see? So it's like what? So 45 of that is at high school. And the thing that's cool, it's like the data is there, but some of this data you need to be able to manipulate a little more, because I don't want to globally reset all my education. That's going to affect my universities. That's going to affect anything. Now, unless I'm wrong and it's going to be scaled, because for instance, I click on this high school, it's only 137 out of 800 students. This is what I'm talking about. If I was able to individually adjust this budget, that capacity should shrink. Right now I have a capacity for 800 students, and I should be like a capacity of like 300 for 100, or 250. That'd be great. You're having small classes, 10 people to a class. Are you kidding me? Hold on now. You may have to ignore some petitions coming in after the 8% on financial is so low. Select operating district. My city needs more education. This is a well-educated city. Wormhole. Look at this. I'm going to give you I'm going to show you a little bit about the education situation in the city. Hold on now. This is the high school. Now look. Let's shut this off. I'm proud to say I've put a lot of resources and time into ensuring we have a pretty good education system. Look at what we have. We have garbage piling up. We have an elementary school. It's almost at capacity. We have a high school that has plenty of space. We have a college that's at capacity, 1,000 college students. So we could build another college maybe. We have a university which has capacity. So we have 4 levels, and then we have a specialized, what's it called? Our technical school over here, Biosyn. Sure, we're educating evil dinosaur geneticists, but nevertheless, it's high education. This is a technical school. All right. So you want to talk education, Wormhole? Let's look at some of this. Citizen education, building color. Look at the color of all these buildings, Wormhole. They're green. Everywhere people live, they are educated. The only colors you're seeing are not residential buildings. Okay, so you don't see any yellow, you don't see any red. We're talking now, look, just look at there. That makes it easier for you to see. This is a well-educated city. You take away that and you have education coverage. Okay, so this could be better. What's happening here? Yeah, we need more facilities. We need more facilities. People find a way to get to the facilities, but we need more. The coverage is not good. I'll give you that, Wormhole. So the coverage is not great. You got to travel far to get to these places. You got to hop on the taxi, bus. We have multiple bus lines. I can show you that. 22.1% poorly educated. Oh, wait, hold on now. Okay, so that's what I love about this, though. Yeah, the data is here. Yeah, so educated 41%. I mean, if you want to look at some of the numbers that way, uneducated 17%. Well, what's the definition of uneducated, right? Poorly educated 22%. So that number's high. We got to work on that. I mean, we're not seeing an age distribution though here, so there's a lot of gray areas we're not quite seeing. Highly educated 6.7%. Okay, so it's not as much as it should be. So maybe we should get some of the education up. It's fair. 1 to 2 hours to go to university. The data can be interpreted multiple ways, as you can see. Elementary is in red. Maybe because elementary's in red. Yeah, elementary's in red, huh? What are these other ones? High school. Because the elementary is the only one that's over capacity. So we could build another elementary. Why don't we do that? And one of the ways we want to do that in selecting a site is, again, we want to go back to the data. Let's look at the age. We want to find younger citizens. Where is the age of the citizens? Population, is that it? Here we go. Age. Let's take away density. Only 2.9% teens and 9.2% children. Is that low? I don't know. That seems low. That's not many teens, is it? 76% adults. So the young are over there. So it's funny because the young are essentially where I already have the school. Look at that. So this is some old, these are retirees. This is a building of retirees right here on the coast. Don't you love that? Senior Citizen Tower, 36 Birch Street, high rent. There's only 3 pets in this. 8 residents in this entire building. 8 residents out of 216. Oh, that's scary. That's scary. You've got this huge tower with 8 incredibly old senior citizens just wandering the halls. I mean, just spooky. Look at this. That's odd. Maybe each one of them must have 2 or 3 floors. I mean, it could be paradise. But they're not extremely happy. They're neutral. So that's why I'm thinking it's not. Yeah, 300,000 square foot of senior. This is the best retirement home ever. Right on the coast. Yeah, an entire shopping mall to yourself. People love it. We still need to rebuild a road in this district. Can you believe we've actually almost done nothing? I'm just showing you my city. All right, so the young are over here. Let's just look if we can upgrade this school instead of rebuilding. Do we have upgrades available? Yes. Children's clinic, an attached clinic that helps children recover from injuries. I didn't know you could do that as an upgrade. Extension wing, more space for pupils. That's what we're going to do. And a playground. This is sick. I didn't even see these upgrades. And it looks, the best part about this is we have a little room to expand, it looks like, on this elementary school. Radio mast. This is part of our America Online network, but it's just called radio mast. This is our analog network. We do provide analog radio. Extension wing. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. It just... Look at what it does. Boom. Isn't that cool? It just extends it. And we have the room. Oh, it extends it on the property. It already extends it on its footprint. How thoughtful is that? So let's do it. Boom. Everyone's happy. Look at that. Oh, the happiness reverberated all the way over here to Lindendale. Oh, so this is interesting. What the heck happened? I didn't name that. Oh, they automatically named it. So what should we name this district? They gave it an automatic name of Lindendale. What do we want to call the little college town? This is a college town. Springdale, Jonesville. Oh, Whirly World. That's a nice homage, but it's a university town. Old Biosyn town. All right, yeah, so should we try to solve the problem? Now, what's happening with garbage around town? Is it getting better with my advanced capacity? It's gotten a little better. It must be the commute, right? This one's emptying out so slowly. Look at that. It's only at 497 now. And the last time we checked it, it was like at 501. It must because it has this little tiny street. And it's right near the docks. There's high traffic here. All these roads are kind of funky down here. The way I built this is not pretty. I got to address this at some point. It's just sort of a quagmire I don't want to deal with. Oh, but the garbage is piling up. Yeah, we got to save Whirly World for when we can build a tourist attraction. By the way, we have to get to the next thing so we can unlock... Wow, look at these towers over here. This is just dense offices. Do you want to see it at night? I bet you this skyline looks sick at night. Let's turn on the day-night cycle real fast. Oh, let's save it. We haven't saved it once. Lake Wiley. We have 34 million in the bank. That's the interesting thing. Natural disasters. Since I've begun, and I did not. Now there might be a setting somewhere for frequency of natural disasters. I have not seen that. I just saw one that said you can turn them on or off. I've only had one tornado which approached the garbage island, and it actually didn't even do any damage or anything. It just kind of flew around for a while. I took some pictures of it. But so that's interesting. I'm, you know, whatever. I'm not complaining, but natural disasters are always fun as a fun added challenge. So it'll be interesting to see how frequently those pop up. What were we going to again? Day-night cycle. Oh, I'll pop this right tonight. This should be interesting. Whoa, it's freaking out. It's freaking out. It's figuring out what's going on. A nice transition. Okay, it flipped out for a second, but look at that nice transition. What a skyline, huh? One thing I love, this Twitter thing, living near industrial, this X thing down here. And as you can see, some of the faux interiors are pretty sick. You do a nice job. You don't see anyone walking around, but that's fine. Yeah, my small city was thriving at the start of the scene, and I've ignored it just showing you around. Now it's falling apart because I'm not managing it. Look at the beauty, though. Let's see if the ghost tower is lit up at night. Oh, it is. Well, at least they have power on all the floors, because I was thinking it was just, it's not a pretty facade. It's sort of just this rough concrete. Look at that, though. You want to talk skylines, right? Yeah, but the thing about Twitter and X, you know, they've always had a system like that, like in SimCity and this and that. Not always, but it's popular in Sims where it'll be like, you know, the citizens, or you're hearing like opinions being shared, and they're supposed to help you, you know, figure out, oh, some of the issues you got to address and stuff. But one of the great things about this is a lot of times when you look at what people are posting, it's like, you know, exaggerated truths, because then you look at the data, and in many cases the things they're saying are not quite, you know, they'll be like complaining about the crime, and then you look at the crime and it's like actually fairly low. So I like that because it's realistic. Look at this, more trash piling up over here. So what else can we do to address the trash issue? I mean, really the main thing is we need a central trash. Oh, I didn't even show you my afterlife situation. Uh-oh, what's this? There's a crime scene at the park. A crime has been committed across from the... Talk about spooky Halloween vibes. A crime has been committed across from the crematorium. And down the street from the cemetery. So that's not good. That is not good. Look at that dog. It doesn't feel safe going out at night with some of the crime around. So people are complaining about the crime again. Last time I checked, it wasn't that bad. It's been a while, I guess. This is a lowly 3080, a lowly 3080. But it's doing all right. I mean, this is pretty demanding, probably, with all the systems at play. All right, so you get an idea of what's happening at night. Let's try to solve some problems. I'm gonna change this back so I can see what I'm looking at. Yeah, 3080 laptop is pretty good. Whoops. I almost blew it all up to hell. There's my AOL, hard at work, America Online. Can we find out anything? 95 G's a month it cost me for my America Online bill. 10 employees. Telecom, baby. Media broadcast, telecommunications, everything. It's right there. So I guess the time has come to try to build bigger streets here so that the garbage people can access it. And my design, I'm thinking of, what is this? This is a parking lot. I think we can move this parking lot. We're going to condemn this outside row of buildings. We'll move the tennis courts to the interior somewhere, maybe like right here. We'll move the parking lot somewhere in the near vicinity. How busy is this parking lot? 60 out of 60 spaces. Okay, so we could actually, this is a medium parking lot. I think we can build a bigger one. So we'll replace the parking lot with the bigger one. We'll condemn this section. What do you think? Exterior, a road right there, move the tennis courts, and let's just see if that solves the problem on this half before we destroy this beautiful little community here. We don't have to go in too hot and heavy because there's a lot of citizens that live here. We don't want to disrupt everyone's lives. Oh, look at that. I renamed that district Didza, and I didn't even know that. Didididza. Didididza. That's a cool name. I haven't upgraded the police because the crime is not an issue, Wormhole. These are just people posting exaggerated statements on social media. The crime is actually quite nice in the city. We'll look at the crime in a second. First, I will need to finish this improvement project, or I'm never going to do it. All right, here we go. First, let's condemn these buildings. So this is where, yeah, I wish, again, the destruction animation would be fun. It would be fun to be able to destroy these and see them animated. I'm going to go back to this tool so we can do the entire block. And let's, boom, dezoned. So they condemn these buildings. They're going to be tearing them down. In the meantime, so I could pause it right now if I wanted. And sometimes, depending on the project, I will pause it if it's going to cause too much disruption. Like when I was rebuilding a lot of my freeway system, I haven't shown you that. Look at this freeway system. This was not easy. This took a lot of thought. Now, it gave me this at the very beginning. So this weird little half clover leaf thing you see, that was assembled. But I've had to add different offshoots. I've had to add different offshoots here. It was a whole trial and error process. I've added this. I added this on-ramp. I added this bridge. I added all these. And you're saying it looks kind of simple, Don. It's not. It takes a lot of trial and error to get things to flow smoothly. This was jammed with traffic not long ago, and look how smoothly it's moving now. It took this jammed bumper to bumper across this bridge. It took a lot of figuring out, looking at the streets, finessing, putting one-way streets in, all kinds of stuff. I'm pretty proud of a lot of the situations I've solved. So look at this beautiful highway system that I've started. So I got to start doing, and then when I was building the newer part of town over here, as you can see, I built in a much different manner because I had the scale. Now I could do it. I built with big boulevards, leaving wide gaps of space, a lot of curves, because when I'm leaving lots of space for when I want to put in a train situation, you know, mass transit. They're going to be able to have room for all sorts of facilities. You know, I really tried to space things out in a way. Here, there's a possible transit line that can pass through here. I really, you know, there's different areas we can kind of work with. Whereas some of these sections over here, like here to rebuild stuff, is very tricky. I had to work on the traffic in this section as this part of the city grew. I mean, look how dense this part of the city is now, and traffic's flowing fairly well. It took effort, okay? And the way the traffic works in this game is sick as hell when you really watch it. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. When my city was small, they weren't illustrating a lot of traffic, and I wasn't that impressed, but as it grew, and as I had some major problems to overcome, it's become very impressive. All right, let's solve this problem for these people. They've destroyed a couple of the houses. Let's move the tennis courts. I wonder if we move the tennis courts, we're going to just relocate these, which is a nice option. It costs money, so it makes sense. I'm thinking of just relocating them right here. Whoops. But you can turn it, overlapping item. Why can't, there we go. You can rotate. It's not rotating. There we go. There we go. Whoops. What's it overlapping? It's having a trouble, it's thinking I want to snap to the other thing. And it's not letting me manually rotate for some reason. Rotate! Huh. Usually it rotates. See, it's rotating here. So then keep it that way. No! It's snapping back to the wrong thing. It's trying to snap to those for some reason. And it won't let me rotate in this quirky little section here. Alright, we'll have to figure this out. Tennis court, well then where are we going to move it? Well, we'll move it over here for now. How about that? Does it have to go vertical against the road? Oh, maybe that's why. I'm going to leave room for a little alley. That's why I was doing that. So it wasn't a bug. It's because it needs to go vertical. I guess this is the little parking lot for the tennis court. Yeah, so it needs to go vertical. You can't put it horizontal. That's just the way that is. Most things you can rotate. Most things do have a certain specific side they need a road on, though. All right, this we're going to expand. Medium parking lot. Let's look at some of our parking options. I have researched parking to an extent. Large parking lot. Let's just go one up because we have a medium there. We'll go large. Let's see if we can squeeze it in here. Oh, it's too big. Let's just build I don't want to mess with this area right now, but since that one's at capacity, I do want to relieve some of the demand on these streets. So I'm just going to put a second medium right now next to it for now. I'm going to leave room for an alley. I always like to leave room for alleys. And a lot of my city does. New Jack City has a bunch of alleys in it. So we can always add some alleys in a second, but first I want to upgrade this road. Okay, so this is a tiny little 2-lane road. Let's upgrade it to a medium road. Let's see if we can fit a 4-lane road in here. 4-lane without a divider. And we got to go down here and click this to replace. That's the easiest way. Let's see if we fit it. Right there, yep. Squeezed it in. Boom. There it is. So fortunately that worked. And let's see, since we don't have anything zoned there. And some of this stuff we are going to rebuild as you know, the city evolves, especially once we start putting in the mass transit system I was just talking about. A lot of this road network is going to get kind of fixed up. It's an odd transition. Can I get this to transition right here? There it is. It's not the most beautiful street, but we'll beautify this whole area once we see if this trash solution is going to start. This should at least, let's just see if this relieves the trash for this block of houses so that we can at least determine if that's the problem. This part of town is not happy though. More people moving out, another abandoned building. So it's a struggle with this part of town. I have some spaghetti and meatballs I'm thinking about heating up. Is the trash situation improving in the city? So we can only process 48 tons a month, but we're producing 114. This is the root of the problem. We have 20% landfill availability, so we just can't process the trash fast enough. Some of that must have to do with the distance to my facilities. They're very far, as you can see. One is way over there, and one is way over here. I tried to put our trash problem off-world, and it's coming back to bite me. So the only solution, and the problem with this, is space. I don't know what to do. If I can reroute the power from these power plants, but right now I have these power lines coming off them. Okay, this is the kind of thing we want to pause it for. I'm going to try an experiment. I'm going to see if, I don't think, can you connect buried cables straight from, because these buried cables are connected here. But can you connect these directly to buried cables? Let's experiment and find. I don't think you can. I think that was one of the issues I had. I think it has to go. I think these have to go. Let's find out. Power lines. First, let's destroy one of those. Power lines. Right here we can adjust the depth. So can we connect? Okay, so we can connect to that. Will it connect to this though, underground is what I'm wondering. Is that connected? It's actually connecting. Yeah, it's not. Let me see. If I destroy that, let me just see if it'll let me connect these two with underground cables. Because that'll allow me to expand the footprint. Oh, okay, so it does give you a port. So that's, yeah, so there's a temporary small part of the solution, maybe. Hold on, this thing is bugging out. Let me just, whoops, you gotta go to underground mode. Let's destroy this cable I made and make a new one. Here, let's pause this. So this is where we want to pause because we're going to do major power disruptions to the city. So depending on how realistic you want to play, you don't have to, but these are the kind of things sometimes I like to pause. Will it let us attach to both? Let's see. There it is. Oh, where's that going? I have an underground cable already. Where's that one going? Oh, that's going off site. Whoa. Oh, that's going straight to my power plant. Did I accidentally destroy that? Was that already connected? Now what I want to see though is, can I connect this to this above ground one? Oh, there. Is that connected? It looks like it's connected, but I don't see power flowing. Oh, because well, it should still illustrate it. It is connected, right? Looks like it is. Zedric, welcome to the party. Welcome to the party, Zedric. We're dealing with some power issues here. I'm trying to expand my garbage dump here, and we have power lines in the way. I'm trying to figure out, let me just see if I unpause it. Maybe it'll kick these on. No, they should illustrate if they're connected, so it's not. Oh wait, there they go. Booyah! Unlimited power. Solving municipal problems one at a time. I don't know why it's not going straight to the it's going way over here, the secondary line, this ghost power. Look at this. Where's this connecting to? Right there. Is it connected? It's connected. Why isn't power flowing there? Oh yeah, because this incinerator plant should be generating power. The cables here are connected, as you can see, but these are low. This is a little bit of a mystery. Is it connected? It is connected. It's weird because it's right where my expansion slots were. Alright, so now power is flowing. The city is happy. Oh, look! Is a lot of the garbage stuff gone, or can I just not see it right now? Oh no, it's still there. Alright, so now let's expand this dump zone. Expanding the biofields. Oh, but the circle too. Whoops, what happened there? Oh, that's right. I had another issue with this. This actually, I think, was like bugged maybe, but let me see. Overlapping items. It won't let me adjust anything without saying it's overlapping, and I don't know why. Look at this. Like, I'm trying to pull this one out, and it's saying I'm overlapping with the main building. I try to pull this one out, and it's saying I'm overlapping with the main building. Now, how is that? I'm pulling it away. So this is actually, this garbage dump is bugged or something. This one, and same with this one. Look, I try to pull it that way. I'm way over here. Why is it saying I'm overlapping with the main building there? That makes no sense, right? Am I missing something? So this garbage dump is bungled big time. The traffic is sick in this Zedric. So far it's been challenging but very satisfying. I don't know if you were here a few minutes ago when I showed off my freeway system. I had major traffic problems and I've solved a lot of them. I still do have traffic issues in some parts of my city, but the traffic system that they figured out in this is a fun challenge. Yeah, so all that work for naught. You're right a little bit, because I forgot I did mess with this earlier, and that's the issue. I messed with it over here. That's why I had such a weird shape, because I was like, why is this not letting me expand? Oh, wait a second. I know why. I think I just figured out why. Because, oh, how weird. So this is actually my landfill structure. This is a modular attachment, but it got attached in the zone. So somehow something got messed up with the waypoints when I attached this in the garbage landfill zone. Can I move this? Will it let me move just the module? No, it makes me move the whole dump. Can I fit it up here? What if I rotate it? I don't think it'll let you move the dump though when you have the zone set. Oh, it'll let me move slightly this way. Oh, look what it'll let me move like that? That's weird. So will it let me leave this garbage field behind? If I could find a place big enough. It will. That's interesting. But then what happens to that garbage field? Does that garbage just not get processed? It's saying it'll let me build it here. And I didn't want to put it over here because this was going to be such a beautiful site of future development. So I was really trying to keep all my industry to this section over here. But as you can see, we're out of room. One option, which is not a great option either, is to get rid of this ore field. As you can see, this ore field, it has a massive footprint. What's this? This is a recycling center. I even built a recycling center with all kinds of modular attachments, and it's not processing enough. It only processes 10 a month, 10 tons. You think I can move it and reshape the field? Maybe that would be neat. the field is like attached to the initial building, so I have a feeling I wouldn't be able to do it, but it might be worth an experiment. Because we got to solve this trash issue. I mean, the only other issue which I don't like is like we could get rid of this ore field to create some more room, but it's like, what are we going to move? We don't want to move these power plants closer to the city. Even though the wind is blowing this way, they create noise pollution. We don't want to expand the dump closer to the city. We want to build new industry, so we're like pinned in here. We're just pinned in here. Let's try it as an experiment to see what happens when we move this. I don't want to move it here. Oh wait, no, because I need something with a lot of room. But we don't want to put it farther away. Oh, I have my chicken farm over here. I haven't even shown you on my chicken farm. See what I'm saying? There's no good place to put this city dump except outside of town. There's no good place to relocate it. Man, this is really tough. I wonder if it's going to bug something out if I move it. And if I could figure out how to build a bridge over here, I think it would solve a lot of problems. Because even though it's off-site, it feels like it's closer to the center of the city. You know, if we just had a bridge going straight down, I don't know, maybe it would still be a big commute. It seems like our trash is going down now, honestly. Look at that. Overall, there's a lot less icons. They've all started to disappear. They're all over the city for a while. So I think we have solved our trash problem a little bit by adding capacity. I think that's what actually it was. The problem is we've only got so much time. This thing's filling up. Oh, it's got some space still. So maybe that's all we needed to do was just bump up our capacity a little. It's starting to catch up now. Yeah, so this thing still has some space. And I think we can add another module to that if we have to. Because look at that. The trash actually has gone down quite a bit, right? There were a bunch of icons all over the city for a little while, and now they've all vanished again, except for that one part of town. We have a couple here and there still, but I think they're making progress. This part of town, though, look at that. The road is not helping. Why? And we did the recycling thing, but these buildings all still have trash piling up. We could do a specialized dump and assign it just to this district. I don't know. I could get obsessed with this, or I could just say there's badder fish to fry. Is it just because there are a bunch of frat houses that they have garbage? I mean, I don't know. We have a big road now. You'd think it would have reduced some of the waste here. It's not being picked up fast enough. It's so strange that it's just in this one little district, though. Even now that I added the road, I thought that would make a difference. Because you'd think it would be happening out here, too. I don't see any major transportation issues with getting there other than the little road. But that big road should have solved that. And the traffic on this little road isn't even bad, which is what's interesting. That's the volume of traffic, and that's the flow. I wonder what else I could do to solve this problem of trash in this tiny little part of town. I mean, it's not a huge... How many residents live here? It's 573 residents out of 34,000. So it's a small fraction that are dealing with trash, but I don't want them to deal with trash. So maybe it shouldn't be my top priority, but we got to figure out a solution at some point. Let's look into the trash. What are our options? We have a recycling center already. We have an incinerator plant. We have a landfill. Industrial waste processing site. This is for handling toxic waste. I don't think we need that. From industrial production. I don't know if we need that. Let me see what other things we can unlock. Maybe there's something under trash. No, just next is the industrial waste, and that's 8. Oh, we're still a small city. We gotta get... Well, okay, that needs to be a goal. Let's build some stuff because... Alright, we need industrial or high-density residential. There's still a demand for high-density residential. Let's see if there's any good parcels. So the garbage management... Yeah, look at the garbage management. Why is it red over here? Garbage accumulation. They're just accumulating a lot of garbage. Because look at that unique... Look how they're accumulating so much more garbage in the university than anywhere else in the city. It's a very unique situation. So it's not the roads. We gotta get to the bottom of this. It's a real thorn in my paw. As mayor, this trash situation is a thorn in my paw. I want you to know, and I intend to solve it. Even if there are greater, far more dire decisions that need to be made for the city, I'm going to focus on this trash situation in this very small little hamlet. Because after all, the devil is in the details, citizens. I got distracted. Let me see if I can find some common... I'm going to look at more data. There's got to be an answer in the data of why there's something unique about this neighborhood that makes it pile up a lot of trash. Well, there's roads. Okay, so it's just a low capacity road. That's not the issue. The traffic is not the issue. Electricity is not an issue. They're getting water and sewer pumping. Look at all that water and sewer pumping. They have mediocre medical coverage. That's the trash situation. Fire and rescue. They have no fire. I told you I haven't put a lot into fire. So it's a tinderbox. The city's a tinderbox, actually, if you look at it. I have one fire station over on that side of town. That's it. Fortunately, I think we've only had one fire in the history of the city. It's probably last stop on the garbage route. University students are partying too hard. I accidentally renamed Linden. Yeah, this is kind of catchy. Until someone comes up with a better university name, university town name. Let's see, shelter availability. Yeah, there's no disaster coverage. I have not planned for disasters. I'm just saying, bring it on. I got 36 million in the bank. So, okay, we're ready to... I like fixing disasters. That's one of the funnest challenges in city building. So I'm waiting for a disaster to hit. I hope those aren't my famous last words. But because I want to fix stuff. I like when the town gets put into ruin and I have to put everything back into order. Order out of chaos. Police. Okay, now look at this. Crime probability. Okay, so well, this is something. This is something to pay attention to. There is a high crime probability in a couple of these buildings. Not all of them, though. Which lead you to wonder if that's the common stat. We're going to keep that in mind, but I'm not sure it's the crime that's doing it. Police coverage, as on the roads. Administration. Citizen well-being. And welfare coverage. Mediocre, not bad. Bad on this building, kind of. Education, pretty decent here. What is up with this building? Everything's very negative on this building. 72 Woodland, they're sad here. Not enough customers. Anu's interior design furniture. Households 8, so it's mixed residential and commercial. They've got a furniture store down below that's not doing well, and 9 out of 72 households, so a lot of vacancies, and most of it probably has to do with the trash, unfortunately. Education, transportation, I do have bus lines, and you see I have some taxis. Where is that? There's a route map. There's like a bus route map I can pull up. Yeah, it's over here. There you see my different bus lines. They're mostly on that side of town, I think. Yeah, you see my different bus lines. You can program your bus lines. It's so sick. As you can do with your ship lines. My shipping lines I programmed, as I showed you a little bit of that earlier. Anywho, alright, let's keep looking. It's not transportation. Post office stuff, so this is bad. They have no mail service, low mail service availability. Mail accumulation, interesting. So they have mail accumulation too. Some reason this is just not a nice place to get to. Telecom is good. They got AOL, so they should be happy. Leisure. Should I rezone it maybe to just be residential? Do you think the mixed zoning has to do with it in that particular case? Oh, this is cool. Outside connections. And they tell you, look at that. All your top exports. Okay, so I am exporting a decent... Look at that. I'm exporting 65% media. I'm a media city. 37% software. Okay, I hadn't seen this window for outside connections that this gives you a breakdown of your exports. I was looking for this. In your budget, they have this, but they don't give it like this. This is a nice way of seeing it. And my top imports, my number one, is this my city or what? My number one import, convenience, food, and my top export is media. Well, it was media, but going back and forth between media and software. So this game knows its user. This is when you know a sim is working, right? Convenience food and petrochemicals. Sounds like Los Angeles. Just like fast food and gas, baby. Cars and fast food. What a dream. No, our city is fairly efficient, actually, and we tend to make it more efficient over the years. So this is a cool window I stumbled upon. Zoning. So this could be... Oh, so look at that. Maybe this is the issue. This is all, I guess, mixed zoning, but why is it considered blue? Is the mixed zoning blue? Oh, so the mixed zoning makes it blue. So it's all mixed zoning. Which means commercial on the bottom, residential all on top. So far, I'm thinking that, because look at that. That's the only thing so far in all the data we've looked at. That's the only thing that uniformly across all those buildings they have in common. Crime was somewhat. So this, I think, might be building level. Oh, this is neat. Land value. Company profitability. They're all doing okay. Natural resources. This is the map I wanted to show you a long time ago, like an hour ago. This shows you your natural resources. And you have all sorts of different natural resources, and that's where you know where to plan certain things. So that's why I have a big old ore field over here, and that's why I have a big old chicken coop over here. I have a giant chicken coop. I still haven't. Maybe we'll chunk on. We'll chunk. We'll chunk on the chickens at the end of the stream. We'll chunk on the chickens. Okay. Remind me of that. Population, dense population, happiness. I love all the visual overlays. I haven't even explored happiness. I see the little indicator of happiness down here. For a while, my citizens were ecstatic. citizen wealth, and this gives you all the little information on these things. Every time you pop up on one of these you haven't popped up yet, it gives you some information. Workplace availability. Let's look at this breakdown real fast. Hold on, while we're looking at more data, let's try to make some progress here and fix this. I want to rezone this as medium. Hold on, what's there a desire for? There's a desire for low density and high density residential. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, now these is college town, so we can make some houses, kind of like whatever. So let's rezone some of this. I just want to rezone some of that and see if it gets rid of this garbage problem, because that might be it. Low density housing. Boom. No, we don't want that whole thing. We just want that block. And then you're saying, well, Don, that's not fair. That's all low density stuff. Well, then let's put in a high density here. A new parcel of land. Look how quick that sucker's going to go up. These ones they got to demolish. We'll help them. Boom, boom, boom. Wait, didn't I dezone these? Oh, no. For a second I was like, why are they building so fast? They're building houses. Look at this. So let's see. Okay, now we can continue looking at our data. Okay, one other slight suggestion for the game. A tiny little improvement. When we're pulling up all this data, Matt, you know, I love the visual representation in the world, but it might be neat to also have a little topographical, top-down mini-map visualization as well that you could choose to minimize or maximize when you're looking at all this data. That might be a helpful visualization, because the only other choice is to zoom all the way out. But if you had like this kind of thing as a mini-map as well, it might be very cool. The grandmama did that. Workplace availability. This is what I wanted to look at from space. What's up, Threshold Kid? Welcome to the party. Love and respect you. Weak Leaf. You should not be worried about 100 plus DLCs. This is the kind of game you want 100 plus DLCs. First of all, I think the DLC it's going to roll out in a much different way than the first game, so you're not going to end up getting hundreds, but you get packs or something, who knows, but I think it's great, because it's just going to give you more options. It's not the type of thing where you're like, oh, I'm going to be burdened with having to buy this DLC, blah, blah, blah. No, it's just like going to give you a lot of options to really make your city exactly what you want it to be in so many ways. I think it's going to be very cool. And any functional upgrades are going to be free. You know, any functional DLC things, systems they may add to it, I imagine would be free. But the visual stuff coming down the pipes is going to be great. We're just going to have to hope for a fair price, I guess. All right. Yeah. So this is my whole... Wait, I can zoom out further than that. Workplace availability. So what's this breakdown? Uneducated. So my jobs are full for the uneducated. I have no jobs available for the uneducated. Poorly educated, I have no jobs available. Educated, I almost have no jobs available. Well educated, I have room for. Interesting. So I have not a whole lot more, but I have about 1,000 jobs open for the well-educated, right? But between two, it looks like it's bouncing between 1,000 and 2,000 jobs. The job data is fluctuating. Highly educated. Well, this is where you can see some of the numbers, Wormhole. You're talking about my city isn't educated. I mean, look at the breakdown here. Sure, you can say percentages, but this is a nice balanced city. You don't want a city of intellectual snobs, and you also don't want a bunch of oafs. Look at this. We have a nice mixture. This is cross-pollination of citizens. This is what you want. 2,000, 6,000, 9,000, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000. That's a pretty nice spectrum of education. You get a nice mix of what you have here. This is nice, right? Maybe I'm off on that. I'm doing damage control on my education. I do have 3,000 educated citizens, open positions. So there's only 2,000 jobs open, and most of them are for the well-educated. So we need more jobs. We need to create more jobs. Yeah, and we need, you're seeing, this is really what we want. They want more industrial jobs. That's where the bar is the greatest. The industrial demand, the industrial sector is also what I've been trying to keep, you know, somewhat under control from growing too big, because it has a lot of downsides. Now hold on though, for that job information, I don't really need to create new jobs because it's telling me yeah, so because there's not more people, it's maxed out for the, so does that mean they're just not showing if there's more people than jobs? If it maxes out, will it go over, in other words? Will it say there's like 3,000 uneducated looking for work? It doesn't look like it will go over. Yeah, no, so it just must max out. So if it's at 2080 right there, that must mean there's more uneducated people looking for jobs. And like these two that are close to being full. It's some interesting data. Let's check in real fast. I think we have a progress report. Let's zoom in, zooming in from space. Yeah, so this is interesting. So no trash problems so far. Obviously a bunch of low capacity housing we don't want for university. But that's why I did the skyscraper experiment. I said let's put a big boy in here and see if they're backing up trash. They're not. So what it's the, we have determined it's the mixed use, the commercial mixed with residential in this district near the university that was creating problems. We are now going to rezone. We're going to do a massive rezoning. We're going to have to do some construction as well because we want to upgrade these roads at least a little bit. Maybe we won't put 4 lanes in everywhere. Is this a 2-lane road? It looks like an alley or something. It's so small. Let's figure out what kind of road that is. Yeah, it's not. Does it have a stripe down the center? I think it's just one of these alleyways. Oh no, it does have a stripe down the center, so it must be a 2-way road. No, a 2-way road looks bigger. It is an alley. Can you believe that? That's just what would be considered a... Yep, look at that. That's an alley. Can you believe these big buildings developed on... I mean, it's kind of a cool design because university, we wanted something quaint. But people are moving out with this garbage situation. So we're going to replace it with medium housing, I guess. Medium density. Medium density is not desired, though. But that's what it is right here. Now we're going to have to rebuild the parking lots. For now, we're going to relocate these parking lots. Look what I'm going to do. I'm going to relocate this one right here. And I'm going to make sure it's connected with an alleyway, because some of the people that are parking there were coming over here. Okay, and then this parking lot, I'm going to temporarily relocate over here. Temporarily, I mean for the, you know, future. But once we get in here with mass transit, you know, all these areas are ripe. These are corridors. These are future corridors of mass transit here. So this parking lot will be most likely relocated again in the future. And then this is one of the roads we want to upgrade right here. Let's just try upgrading it to a 2-lane. We don't want to, we just want to upgrade it from an alley. Small road, 2-lane. And replace. That looks nice there. Now we're gonna have to, now look, since we're rezoning this whole thing, this is a big project. All this stuff is gonna have to essentially get condemned. I don't like it any more than you do. But we need to rebuild all these buildings. We have no choice because of the trash issue. I'm gonna choose to do this long way. I know you're thinking that's crazy, but I want to preserve this internal space for parks and recreation. If I expand the road, if I destroy this way and build the road more in this way, it just reduces it by that much more. So I'm going to do a massive dezoning. I'm going to dezone this entire strip. Boom. Don't worry, we'll have your homes back soon. Now it's interesting that there's not, I'm going to see if the demand, when I condemn these, I'm going to see if the demand rises for medium density residential. Did that not get dezoned? Whoops. Oh, I might have just rezoned that instead of dezoning it. Dezoned. Now I'm going to speed up the process. Well, it's going pretty fast. I have multiple universities and technical school. I want to build a medical institute next. That's going to make my medical facilities more efficient. So here's where you're going to see this bigger road come in again. Boom. Modernizing the college town. All the kids are pumped. And then, now I'm going to rezone those ones. Medium density. Should I do North American right here? Look, I'll switch the style. So I think you could do North American. Oh, interesting. I never noticed that it changed these little icons too. That's neat. Alright, medium density. It says there's a desire here for them. So I'm going to replace just by the whole block. Boom! This was a big project. I usually don't like clearing whole blocks, but as your city grows and grows, sometimes you have to do some major renovations, as they call it. Oh, you know what we can build over here across the way? We haven't built a soccer field yet. Yeah, and that's going to get our XP pumping. I'm going to pump that XP. I'm getting hungry. I want to heat up those spaghetti and meatballs soon. First, we got to build a soccer field. This is going to attract all the... And how what a perfect thing to put right next to the university. This is fate. No fate but what we make. Right, Huber? Here it is. Oh, but it's interfering with the soccer. We gotta hold on. Slight adjustment. Oh, it's gonna make us redo. That's okay. Remind me to rebuild that alley. Bigger, better, and more narrow and seedy. Remind me to rebuild that seedy alley. Okay, we'll put it right. Boom. They're happy. Let's get that alleyway. Whoops, not replace. Just do a nice straight alley. Overlapping items. That's nice. The chirpers. Wait a second, did I just build a football field? I built a football field. Dang it, I wanted to build a soccer field. Only $120,000 mistake. That was only a $120,000 mistake, everybody. Just relax. Soccer field. We already built the football field. What's going on? Is this another one that makes you go vertical on the road? It looks like it does. Well, that's okay, because then we have room to build something else pretty over here. Let's build something else pretty. I guess a small park. Right here. Or we could build it right here on this road. This alley. That's cute. People can walk to the park. Now, in terms of beautification, there's all kinds of options I haven't even shown you yet in terms of nitty-gritty beautification. First of all, you have landscaping. So we can put in trees and bushes and things individually or in mass. Oh look, they even have European and North American foliage. I didn't know that. So a few of the species of plants actually switch. That is so cool. I did not know that. So you can put them in individually and they'll grow over time. Or you can brush them on. Whoa, big brush. Let's get that brush a little smaller. But we can put some trees on campus now. Whoops. As you can see, they're a little small. They'll grow bigger. Depending what species of trees, too. There's all kinds of upgrades for the streets, too. You can put in all kinds of decor. Where was it? Road services, was it? Yeah, look at this. You can put in, like, you know, make things no right turn, all kinds of, you can put in extra stoplights. You can line the streets with trees or grass. Grass might be nice here. Let's see how this looks. This might be pretty. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Nice strip of grass, a nice strip of lawn. Everyone loves a nice strip of lawn. Look at that. Oh, why'd they, oh no. They put the grass on opposite sides of the street. What the heck? Well, that's an odd design, but I guess it's a college town, so who knows what the heck's going on. There's probably some way I can control that I'm not aware of. And here come our new buildings, and I think we've eliminated this trash problem here. And we've replaced, all we have to do is tear it down. All we have to do is raise an entire, you know, neighborhood and rebuild it from the ground up, and there's no more trash. Isn't that amazing how that works? Yeah. This is drastic measures. The mayor took drastic measures to take out the trash on the small hamlet. I literally had to destroy the entire community and rebuild it. And there's no trash now, and they have a soccer field. So in the end, everyone's happy. The parking is there. I expanded parking. I did improve the neighborhood. There were a lot of improvements. Anything else you think we should add to this community before moving on to another part of town? Let's look at the trash situation at large. It's been fixed. So you're probably wondering, well, what are the other icons I see? You know, we see other things happening. There's a lot of these. Look at this. Not enough customers. The company is struggling due to the lack of customers. That's a tricky one to solve. Not enough customers. There's a few icons that have not enough customers. Oh, traffic jam. So here's a major traffic situation. Ouch, look at this. What's this mass of people? Look at all the people getting on the bus. I never saw this. Oh, this is sick. I obviously... Oh no. That's not a bus stop you want to see. I mean, talk about overload of customers. So I definitely have to address public transport. Not enough bus lines or something. I mean, there shouldn't be this many people waiting at the bus stop, should there? Add something to commemorate the trash. That's a nice idea, Stomps. Is that a tornado in the background? Wait, what a second. Is there a tornado in the background? Hold on. There's a bus. Is there a tornado? That was the weird thing. When the tornado came before, it didn't give me a disaster warning. And it was right next to Garbage Island. I was like, I think that is a tornado. Oh no. Well, here we go, folks. We do have... Good eye. Who spotted the tornado? Ezreal. Here comes a tornado. So we have had a tornado before. Only one tornado. It did not make landfall, though. The other tornado was over up here. And it was coming... It made it onto the edge of Garbage Island. Look at it just looming towards my city. Actually, it's moving away, I think. It's sort of just circling. It's sort of just circling. It's close to that bridge though. If it did damage to that bridge, that would not be pretty. I wonder if we could, yeah, what would be a nice way to commemorate the trash? It's a nice idea. That's the interesting thing about it, Vic Rattler. So the way it works is you can put bus stops anywhere you want, but you have to individually place them. And then you can assign routes, and you basically select each bus stop you want it to go to, and you know, and you can make various routes, and you can make quite a few different routes, and tons of bus. But to figure out, it's a tricky thing. That's one other thing this really needs, that I would appreciate if they'd add, is some kind of visual indicator when you're clicking on the person. I mean, the data is there, so again, it's just a visual indicator they need to add. The system is already there. They've designed a very brilliant system here. When I click on a citizen, you see it told me like where they live, where they work, but if it drew a visual path, that would really assist. And as far as I know, there might be a way to see that, but I haven't figured it out. Like, for instance, on the Grandmama, if I clicked on a road, there was like a pathing tool, and I could click on a road, and I could see on that road where all the traffic was coming from and heading, like with visual lines and indicators all through the city. So it was sick as hell, because it was a huge tool to assist you in figuring out how to plan bus routes, etc. Here I can see, wow, look at the number of people starting to walk around in my city. This is awesome. I haven't really gotten down into some of these crowded areas. Look at, oh man, this is not fun, huh? Just an island of people stuck in the crosswalk, and this guy's not, he's not, he could have just waited back here, you know? But he wants to be one car length ahead. So this intersection is a nightmare scenario. We've got a lot of traffic coming down Linden Street. We've got a decent amount of traffic. All these people on Kent Street are merging to make a right. All these people are backed up. And you've got this weird star-shaped intersection, which is causing probably all the trouble. It's my weird star-shaped intersection. These people are completely jammed up, though, down Applegate Street. And why? Oh, they're going this way. They're all backed up going this way. Everyone, but these people are backed up too, going this way. Why? Because they're blocking them? It looks like they're blocking them. I want to see if there's some traffic tool I don't know about. Yeah, the path. It's good to have small routes connected by a longer route. Oh, for the bus routes, a smaller route connected by the longer route? Yeah, what I was trying to figure out, Vic, essentially, is I was looking at my major zone areas, and I was trying to figure out, okay, I was trying to make, like, bus routes that would go through the residential areas and then connect to the commercial areas, but without a visual pathing tool, a little bit of guesswork for sure was involved, you know, because I'd look at the traffic heat map, and I'd say, like, oh, we're just very close to that milestone. We have to build something to get us to that milestone. But yeah, if I look at the traffic, Vic, see, so like I could say, like, okay, people are obviously traveling on these roads, you know, you look at the volume and everything, but it's like, where do I exactly put the bus stops, you know? If you want to see my public transportation system, it's limited, but okay, taxi stands are yellow, bus stops are blue. So most of my bus network is in all this part of the city right now. I don't really have a bus network up here, as you can see. Oh, and there you see my lines. Okay, so there, each one has a different line, a color. So I can highlight them. So a couple of the networks are coming from out of town. So maybe this is an issue, though. Look at this. This is coming out of town. and then it goes through the whole city. That's a problem, this green line. This green line should only have like one stop, right, Vic? Like this. And then my other bus lines should run off of that stop. I think that's one of the inefficiencies that's happening. Yeah, because look at that. This is bringing in people from out of town, and then they've got this whole giant route. So the green I need to redo. Where's yellow? Yellow, same thing. Yep, so that's what's happening, right, Vic? I think you nailed it. And a larger route connecting the different areas. Yeah, because then I have this yellow route coming from the other part of town. So these routes, in other words, I should just be in and out of town, and then they should only have one stop, like right here off the freeway. And then the freeway stop, this one, should have then these routes that lead through the commercial and residential areas. See, this is just a nice commercial route. I think this one makes sense. Is there another way to friggin' highlight these? It's hard to do on the TV. Like, see, I only have 5 bus lines. Whoops. Will it highlight them? This overview panel is a little bit not helpful. It needs to be smaller. Will this highlight? Yeah, so this highlights them. So that's nice. So bus line 1 is this blue one, which goes through from New Jack City all the way through the residential area on the other side of the freeway. Usage 93%. See, this is sick. And look, passengers, so they really tell you exactly. It has 6 stops. Bus line 3 only has 2 stops. Which one is that? Bus line 3 is red. Okay, so that's good though, because that's coming in. So that kind of bus line 3 is good. That's coming in and out of the city. I just need to make sure the other bus lines can pick those people up from the same stop. Bus line 4, as you can see, I skipped 2. I deleted a bus line. 2 is similar, except I need to eliminate all those extra stops. Way too many extra stops. It has... Well, why does it say only has 3 stops, though? Why on earth is it going through the whole city if it only has 3 stops? That doesn't make much sense, actually. Where is it going? Okay, so it stops. It's coming off the freeway. Oh, wait, no. Okay, it's coming off the freeway here. Oh, I wish there was a better way. Okay, there. Then it's going all the way down Oak Highway. They're making a right. They're going around. Yeah, see, it has a stop way over here. That's why. Way over there at Laurel and Applegate. So that stop is what makes it go on this crazy route. Then it has to come all the way back. So it really should just have one stop. It should just be this stop off the freeway. It should stop right off the freeway at this bus, and then it should get back, go right back to its home. And then the other bus lines cross this bus stop. So that's a major efficiency thing we can take care of. My question is, can you eliminate individual stops by right-clicking them? Or something? Bus line 1. Oh wait, that's bus line 1. Where was my yellow guy? There's my yellow guy. No, I don't want bus line 1. I want bus line 4. How do you select it? Deactivate. Line schedule. What the heck? Oh, you can make it only a day or night bus? That's cool. Line visibility. Line details. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my gosh, this is sick! The length, the number of stops, how many passengers, line usage, your ticket price you can adjust, assigned vehicles. Oh, cool. So these are the kind of nodes I want. Assigned vehicles. See, this is the kind of micromanagement I need on the buildings. Like for the to control the staff, the volume, number of staff, color, and the schedule. This is sick as hell. A robust transportation system. Length doesn't add stops. You need to give it more stops manually, otherwise it will just be a long drive with no way for anyone to get off. Right, but what I was thinking, I mean, would I be wrong to say I just put one, because I have this yellow line is going out of town all the way to my outside connection. So shouldn't I just put one stop for this yellow line right in my city somewhere off the freeway, and then put the other bus lines that go through my city just connecting to that stop, so people essentially get off at that stop and then get onto the bus they need to go, so that people aren't or is that wrong? Because otherwise I'm thinking people are waiting. Look at this. These are people waiting for the bus down here. What's going on? Look at all these buses down here. Oh, there's a line of buses. Holy smokes, this is chaos. So I definitely am doing something wrong with my bus system. Why can I not just... So is this how I go to my stops? Salix. Oh, these are the stops. Bedford Street. Oh, look, and you can select the buses that stop. That's another way of doing it. Okay, yes, because then I can force the other bus to stop at the same stop. This will work, won't it, Vic? Yeah, transfer. I mean, they can transfer, basically. Nearby, there's a new line. I think you've got it. Yeah, Vic. And then look, right here I can select. This is an easy way of jumping through the stops and, like, being like, yes, this one, I want him to stop there, too. Oh, wait, no. Oh, no. So you do have to assign them the other way, and this just shows you which ones are stopping there. Hell yes. This is rad as hell. And this is how you go to them. You just go, whoop, where's this stop? Okay, so it's that one. So my question is, though, can you remove it? Let's see, because I don't want it to go to this one way up in New Jack City. This is the stop I want to remove for yellow. So how do I trash this stop? View details. Here's yellow. I know there's a way to change. Can you still drag stops and move them? I don't think so. I'm just wondering, so I don't have to I mean, I know I can delete a route and make a new route, but I'm wondering if I can just edit the stops on the route. There has to be a way. Let's see, you could delete the whole bus line. All I want to do is delete that stop in... Oh, this is cool. You can see your shipping routes, the two. Bum, bum, bum. The whole line. Yeah, I can move the whole line. What's up, fake audience? Welcome to the party. But I'm wondering if I can edit just the stops. I know there's got to be a way so that I don't have to reassign a whole new line. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world if I had to. Here we go. Bus line tool. This must be it. To make new ones, you must be able to remove it also, right? What's this? One-way public transport lane. Oh, you can make lanes for the public transportation. So on my 4 and 6 lane roads, I can assign the outside lanes to be exclusively buses. That's going to help with the flow of traffic at 5 points. I think I'm in love with this game. All right, let's see. Let's edit this. How do we go to the Bedford? Number 4. Whoops. Number 4. Wait, why isn't it highlighting their things anymore? Do I need this data open? There it is. So yellow. Do I have to do it in conjunction with this? Connect bus stops to create a bus line. But can I edit? Create a new route starting here. No, I don't want to do that. Dang it. Oh my god, look at the number of people waiting at this bus stop. And there's not even any shelter. Maxine Rojas. Look at this swarm of people. I need to improve my public transportation. There's no excuse. But look at the detail in this game. Just the fact that they have this, all the dogs are waiting. Chili. That dog's name is Chili. And that's Frankie. Frankie and Chili, and they get along. Franks and Chili. Oh, look at this little backyard here. Oh my god. Yes, so that's probably the next order of business, is reassigning bus stuff. If we could figure out this one bus situation. I don't want to create a new route. Oh, because I'm on North American now. How did I get on that one before where I was just editing where I was just on this bus stop? Oh, I went to the lines. How did I go to that line? Wait, I forgot how I went to that line where it displayed the little diagram of the line. Public transportation. Buses. How did I open? Oh, details. That's what it was. Here it is. Salex, Laurel Street, and Bedford Street. All right, and I think Bedford Street, is that the one I want? So how can I, wait, is Bedford the one I wanted to delete? No, it was the one for New Jack City. It was up here. There it is. How do I remove this one? See, right when I click on it, it goes to bus line 1. I only want to deal with bus line 4. There should be a list of stops here. It's this stop. I should be able to delete this. I can't right-click it. Yes, the trash problem seems to be solved citywide. As you can see, no more trash icons. We solved a major problem there. But now we have this transportation problem. Why is it highlighting? So maybe I just need to make a new bus line. Maybe I just need to delete it and reassign it. It seems like you shouldn't. Oh yeah, you can move the bus line right here, Vic. You just got to use this little icon. View details for bus line 4. Here it is. Stops 3. Length is the distance from the start of the line to the finish. Determines how many vehicles can be assigned to the line. Stops is the current number of stops along the length of the line. Line usage refers to how busy it is. Dang it, I'm not seeing a way that we can just remove the stop. You can, I mean, you can delete the stop, but you can't just delete it from the route. I just want to delete it from the route. Oh well. Look, we're a hair away from this progression of small city. Let's build something to get us over that line. We'll figure out transportation next time. I mean, I'm going to start working on it, but I do need to wrap up in a couple minutes here. So let's put something iconic. A tribute to Trash Town that is now, so look at that, is clean. So let's put something that'll give us a little bit of XP to put us over the top. Any requests? Oh, I know what we have. We have a special building I haven't built. I was going to show you all this. So you have these special buildings that you can unlock. Iconic buildings. Film Actor Mansion. Wow. And the thing that's cool is that for each category you have them. For each zoning type. So I think I have an office type I haven't used. Yes, look at this. Principus. The companies working in this modern office building not only make sure that justice is served, but their efficiency actually helps to reduce the crime rate in the neighborhood. And then look at all these bonuses. Area of effect bonuses it gives. 500 meters. Area effect. Citywide. 5% interest in university education. This is a cool building. Principus. So let's build this sucker. Since it reduces crime, should we build it in like more of a crime-ridden area? All right, all my secrets are going to come out now, Wormhole. I'm about to show you the crime heat map. Heat map. As you can see, crime is actually pretty good. Look, there is some stuff I have to work. Okay, so there's some crime here and there. But look at this. There's plenty of jail availability. Look, average probability. You have a 1 in 2 chance of a crime being committed. Current number of criminals, average crime probability. There's 488 criminals operating in my city. Wow. Number of crimes per month, 98 crimes a month. Crime success rate, 59%. Oh no, they're getting away. Okay, so I gotta crack down. Wormhole. You're absolutely right. You called me out. Look, this is my nerve center for office. My absolute beautiful office skyline I have here. I think I'm going to put this special building over here somewhere because there's also a bunch of crime over here. So I've got to put Principus somewhere over here. Where should I put Principus? Oh, look at this. I have these vacant lots that I left right here. How thoughtful. I'll put it right in the center, dude. Principus. What do you think? It's got some space. Ready? 500 XP. This should take us over the top. 3, 2, 1. Light it up, 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 light it up. We're a big city, everyone. Big city, big time, big city, big cheese. The mayor is here. The city is coming along nicely. We're going to get 2.8 million cash money in the bank. 11 of those little star coins, which let us unlock the milestone things. Or whatever, or the like, you know, progress, the tree, the skill tree, basically. And 18 more tiles. We can expand our zone. We can expand our zone big time. Yeah, if we don't catch a good point, if we don't catch any criminals, there's going to be plenty of space in jail. Can you imagine you got a 60% chance of being successful and a 1 in 2 chance of a crime victim? Yeah, this is Gotham City. So now look at this. Not only does it unlock all this cool crap, I love how they did this. I just love the progression system in this. Look what else it's going to give. Okay, so this is the first one. That's interesting. This is the first one that didn't give me a bunch of other benefits. It just increases my loan limit. So now I can get a loan of up to 1.1 million. But look at this. When I went to the other, you know, milestones, see how it unlocks all kinds of other. So as I keep going, I'm a big city now. Oh, but it doesn't tell you what it doesn't tell you what you unlock with the other things, I guess. Interesting. So we'll have to find out, but we're officially a big city. That feels good. I was hoping we were going to get a couple more unlocks. Let's save this sucker and let's chunk on the chickens. Look at this. Let's take a quick look at our new Principus. Let's put some. One thing, I haven't seen palm trees. Maybe it's just because of the region I selected. I get a lot of rain here, as you can see. Principus. Look at all the good this place is doing. It's law and accounting. And look at all this stuff. So friggin' cool. Let's do a little beautification real quick. One thing I haven't noticed is, yeah, palm trees. And maybe that's because of the region I selected. Because we go to North America, there should definitely be palm trees here, but there are not palm trees. Is this a big tree? This is a spruce. Spruces are pretty. Birch, hickory, linden, a London plane, a pine. And then we can go to European trees, an alder, also spruces, pines, poplar. I like the sound of that, a poplar. Poplars are deciduous trees often used for paper manufacturing. They're native to the northern hemisphere. Well, we'll put some poplars in here. I'm going to plant these individually around the perimeter. Whoops. Planting some poplars. And Maybe there could be... Ooh, apple tree, that's pretty. Cultivated flower bush, that sounds nice. Let's paint on some flowers, shall we? Oh, the brush is real big. Yes. Nice. Oh yeah, wow, that's a thick little... You could hide out if you wanted to get out of work and kind of just play hooky for a while. You could just get out there and hide in these bushes. No one would find you under here. Look at all those bushes now. Fault Studios. Holy smokes. I thought this was Principus. What the hell's that? Alright, so anyway, let's chunk. Squids, you got here. What's up? We were about to chunk on the chickens. You missed out, Squids. I gotta go here. Let's give Squids a nice view of our paradise city. Look at this paradise, Squids. Let's check out on the... Uh-oh. Our ghost tower is waiting for an ambulance. That's not good. 36 Birch Street, the haunted tower. Oh, look, we have a bunch of people living here now. 129, but they're sad. 129 sad people. That's a bummer. 24 pets now, so maybe not seniors anymore. Let's look at the age data real fast. Real fast, we gotta look at it. You see how you can just never stop playing this game? I could probably do like a 100-hour stream of this. I'm not even kidding. I feel like I've been playing for 5 minutes and I haven't done anything yet. I guess we did a couple things. Age, so it's still elder. They're not as old. So this building is trending younger now, a little bit, okay? It's trending a little bit younger. But they're not happy out here. Probably because they have no services. I mean, there's nothing out here. They're kind of out here in the middle of nowhere. All right, let's go chunk on the chickens. You haven't seen my chicken farm yet. I have a vast chicken farm. Well, a pretty good amount of space for it. When it was built, it seemed quite big, and I expanded it a couple times. And so this is the actual chicken farm, Driedmans. It produces livestock. There you see the chickens right there. 104% efficiency. I don't know what these little outbuildings are. They added these naturally. But I can't click on them. That's interesting. So unfortunately, it doesn't give me any chicken data here of what Driedmans is personally producing. It says 104% efficiency. It's a 5 out of 5 business, but the place we can track down that data at is over here under production. I didn't even show you all the production yet. Look at this. We're producing 17.9 tons of chickens a month. Oh, eggs, I suppose that is. And we've got a deficit of 174 tons. That means we got to import a lot of eggs to meet the demand. And look at that. And it shows a breakdown here of what it's being processed into, what this livestock is being used for, and we're also exporting somehow, I guess, and we're importing a whole bunch. So it's a sick breakdown here of materials, and you got a breakdown of everything else, material goods. This is what I'm talking about. I'm up to my eyeballs in data here, and I'm happy as a pig in slop, okay? Eggs are early access chickens. All right, everyone, we're gonna peace out. Let's go over to Dave Mustaine's house, maybe check on the horses. What do you say? Would that be a peaceful place to check out? Remember, in the future, we're gonna develop this beautiful bay if you want. Unless you're bored to tears, I think we should keep doing Skylines 2 streams. Who knows? You let me know. If you're bored to tears, just forget about the whole thing, okay? Let's check out Dave Mustaine's house. Playing Wave Race. The bastard. Let's find out where Dave is, actually. Is Dave home? Wait a second, there's 4 members in the family now? Weren't there only 3 before? What's going on? Lilia Mustaine, the child. Cynthia Mustaine, the wife, I believe, that also is kind of his career. I mean, she's the, this is interesting to see. Maybe, do you think it's possible Dave Mustaine's actually wrote all those songs? Clinging on to life by the skin of my teeth. Zedric enjoyed it. Yeah, you're gonna need some RAM. Dave has access to Pisswater 2. We have Pisswater 2. Lars and Corolla are doing. We're going to check on everyone. Where is Dave? He's idling. In the house, I assume. Yeah, so there he is, playing wave race, idling. He's idling in there, playing wave race. Who's this fourth member of the family? Pauline? Another child. Did they have another child? Congratulations. They had another child. See, I should have been following. Okay, should we follow our first citizen, Dave Mustaine? If only we would have seen that, we would have seen he had a new baby. I'm going to follow Dave Mustaine. My first citizen, I'm going to begin tracking. Follow. Okay, I can choose follow citizens to get updates on their lives. Adding them to this panel makes it easy to check up on them whenever you want. I like that. I'm going to have a whole panel of Mustaines. Follow a citizen. Move around the city and find someone to follow. Follow button, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Okay, is that it? I'm following them now. I'm following Dave Mustaine and event journal. This is what Dave Mustaine has done? A bunch of car accidents? What the heck's going on? Oh no, this is the event journal of of events that have taken place. Oh, accidents, fires, storms, and celebrations. I've never even opened this. Fires and accidents. Natural disasters. We've had none, I don't think. Celebrations. And who took place in the celebration event? Casualties. No casualties. Look at that. Casualty way. Hailstorm. Wow. So this has tons of craps happening in my city I didn't even know about. So then where's Dave Mustaine? Did I not select him the right way? I don't think I selected him. Dave Mustaine. Oh, I have to follow him here. Boom, you're now being tracked. He's happy. Idling. I still don't get why he's moonlighting doing brain surgery, but... He had a birth in August of 2021. So that must have been the new baby. Congratulations. Sick as hell. Let's check out on the ponies. Let's go out to the pasture, everyone. Sorry if it's a little herky-jerky. This vinyl is getting sticky because the heat from my laptop is melting the surface of this table. Lars is there, happy as heck. I love when they hang out near the fence line. Let me try to get a better angle on him. Pisswater too, good. Lars is good. I wish I gave you a little bit of information on the horses, but still, Corolla's happy. Corolla's kind of merging with Slippery Hooves. Look at that. They're merging. And that's just horse. We want to crunch on naming Dave Mustaine's last horse. He has one horse not named, and this one? Oh, it just... it just turned into two. That was freaky. Two horses. So they had merged, and then they split. Like dividing selves. That was insane. Hoof-hearted. Hoof-hearted is going to be one of them. Ed for the other one. Alright, there it is. Let's name these horses. Hoof-hearted. And Ed is a classic horse name. Doesn't get more classic than that, I guess. I've never seen that show. Can you believe that? It seems disturbing. Whenever I'd see the horse talking in a clip or something, I say, what the heck? This looks like they're torturing that horse. Anyway, the Mustaine family farm, our #1 citizen, Dave Mustaine. Happy. Look at him on the edge of that peninsula out in Cherrytown, his little gated community. Sick as hell, right? Should we turn it to nighttime to say goodnight to everyone? Let me save this baby. Lake Wiley. So what do we have? We have 42 million in the bank and 36,000 citizens. We didn't grow much at all. I didn't do a lot of construction at all. I guess I gave you a little bit of a lay of the land. And we had some fun. We solved some trash issues. Now we're going to activate day-night. I assume it always jumps right to night when I activate this. As I said, doing that... Oh, no, it didn't jump. It's just a nice evening time now. A lot of times... The night cycle is good, as I said, because it forces... Building at night is a little bit of a hassle, and it's nice then because it forces you to let your city keep settling and growing. Ooh, what's happening over there? Look at this beautiful place. All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. It was cool as hell. Bloodworth is going to be coming on in like half hour, 45 minutes, pretty soon, close to 4, with the one and only Mario Wonder. Can you believe that's out right now? Is that out right now? My goodness. My kids are going to be happy this weekend. Holy smokes. I guess I will be too. Mario Wonder's out today. Sick as hell. Vic Rattler, thanks for joining. Seth Angel, thank you for being here. Zedric, everyone. Wormhole, Vic, everyone. Stomps. It was sick as hell. Have a nice weekend. Check out Bloodworth in a little while. Check out Mario Wonder. Have a lovely afternoon, everyone. Peace in the street.